from Mount Vernon Rams Football. From WMIX Sports, Rams Football on WMIX and WMIXSports.com is powered by the official voice of Rams Athletics, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Mount Vernon Rams Football is also presented in part by Red Lake College. Save thousands on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu. Tyler Toyota and Tyler's Buick GMC. Totally Tyler's. The Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wills. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Winning Edge. See what they can customize at winningedgeusa.com. Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac of Mount Vernon. And also by Santera Bank. Banking with local style. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. Schmidt Ford of Salem. People's National Bank. Ford Square and Kansas City Chrysler. You can count on us. And Bird Watson Drug of Mount Vernon. 2 locations to serve you better. We take you to the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Tyler's, where Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski are standing by for the Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Mount Vernon Rams Football starts now.
South 7 Conference action begins tonight. Good evening, Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside WMIX and WMIXSports.com for the Mount Vernon Rams and the Althoff Crusaders. This is your Landers Collision Center's pregame show in D.C. We talked about it last week on the Saturday Sports Show. Big matchup for the Mount Vernon Rams. They come in 1-2 after a tough loss last week at Triad. They return home to the friendly confines where they hope they can stop a high-octane Althoff offense.
Now, this is an offense that runs the spread. They run it about 60% of the time here. A lot of their stats are more running-oriented out of that spread. Very quick, very athletic. Keenan Young does everything, a new quarterback after the Mertens kid graduated last year. Ken Turner has this team back and rolling again with a 2-run record after a couple of wins over Collinsville and the big one last week against Mater Dei.
Of course, they've had a tough schedule, not unlike your Mount Vernon Rams. We talked about that with Mount Vernon Rams football coach Jared Shaner on the Saturday Sports Show this past week. We'll listen into that interview, but first we need to take a quick break. Don't forget, Landers Collision Centers in Salem and Mount Vernon have seen it all. From minor accidents to near destruction, it doesn't matter. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. Call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS. We'll take a break, come back with Jared Shaner. This is Rams Football, powered by Community First Bank.
Hi, this is David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. Your home for the Mount Vernon Rams is WMIX Sports, powered by Community First Bank. Welcome back to your Landers Collision Center's pregame show, WMIX, WMIXSports.com. We're just moments away from the Mount Vernon Rams and the Althoff Crusaders. South 7 Conference opener is tonight. Of course, we'll run down some of the games going on around the region a little bit later on this pregame show. First, we need to talk with Rams football coach Jared Shaner. We talked about last week's disappointment at Triad. We talked about what's to come this week with the Crusaders in this conference matchup. This was on the Saturday Sports Show this past week. We hope you enjoy it. This is Rams football coach Jared Shaner. Coach, good morning.
Morning, guys. How are you?
It's doing all right. I see a team that I know came away with a loss last night, but I did see a team that had the potential to break for the big play last night. Devontae Miller-Gray broke for a couple. There was a nice passing play, I believe, from Dylan Reeves to Xavier Tyus. And the Rams showed last night they had the ability to make a big offensive play, and I think it's all started the first drive in the game. And DMG was able to run a big gain for a touchdown on a play where he started to go right. There was a big wave of defenders, and he was able to use his athleticism to run 71 yards for a score. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, I'd say the first couple of there, DeMonte was very impressive. He's great running back. And, what a nice long pass play from going to his big science. The thing that we haven't been able to do consistently is line up and sustain drives. We're supposed to like that long plays and score that way, but we definitely need to be more consistent, just running the ball and moving it down the field.
As the game went along last night, a very streaky game as far as points are concerned. In a game like that, with the points going back and forth and adjustments being made on the fly, how fun is that to get back into it and change strategies on both sides as a coach and the coaching staff?
Well, it's very, I won't say enjoyable at the time because the highs are fun, the lows aren't so fun. So I think I said it at halftime, and after the game, it was kind of one of those roller coaster days where you get momentum for maybe the series or even just 2 plays, make a big play on defense, and then make you something to get it back. So it can be very exciting. It can be frustrating as well for both players and coaches and fans and everybody watching. And unfortunately, we just had some bad breaks. Still talking about it, but the block spot right before half, and we're up 4 points. It might be a big momentum swing in our favor and end up going their way. And so yeah, it's definitely trying for a coach. I'll put it that way.
In the middle of that game last night at halftime, well, actually a few seconds before half, Mount Vernon, of course, led 18-14. A big play at right before halftime gave Triad the lead. At that point, what turned out, we know afterwards, that was the play that turned the game. But at that point, how much of a concern was it that you go into halftime behind instead of ahead as far as momentum and psyche are concerned?
Well, I think, hindsight 2020, but looking back, it was probably the deciding play of the game, just in terms of momentum swing and shift of what could have been. Again, we're up 4. We block a punt, and then I guess we had possession recovered, and then I hit pretty hard and fumbled. They get it back, and we stopped and we stayed and get into a long distance situation again. Call the timeout, hoping to get the ball back, and maybe go more than that, and then end up breaking the long run. It's very frustrating, very difficult series of events right there because it sure could have went the other way. Instead of being up a very minimum 4 1/2, we're down 3. We blocked the punt. We would have had it in pretty good field position. That'd be still there. We would have got up 11 or 12 1/2. And instead of ball coming out in the second half, so just, like you said, just a pretty rough stretch for us. And one that had the ball bounced but maybe a different way here or there, could have went the exact opposite way.
The team last night, I thought, especially defensively, kind of have dominated that second quarter, kept Triad off balance. 1 first down was a long touchdown run second, and that last half, part of the first half. How proud of how happy were you guys at that point, the defense taking over like that in the second quarter?
Well, I thought our defense came on and did a nice job the whole first half. We threw a 6-6, we were back up and tried to throw back out. They just made a good play on it, and that's how they scored the first one. And then, they didn't score again, so they had one more, and then the long one right before half. But, we had a lot of negative plays, a lot of tackles from losses. Once they could find me football pretty good there early on, and then they made a couple of adjustments in the second half, and we struggled to slow them down a little bit. Still had nice defensive plays in the second half of this one, but gave us, our first drive in the second half. I think we did see positive things again, especially that and just as I said earlier on the offensive side of the ball, this still comes down to consistency.
As you look ahead the next week, coming back home to Mount Vernon for the opening of the conference against Althoff, at this early stage, film's probably not been exchanged or huddle passwords not changed. What do you know about the Crusaders here as you get ready for the game?
Well, just, obviously we watch scores every week and kind of get a feel for that. And, they got a nice win over Bruce Modern Day. Last night, we did Modern Day Smith, and they were, pretty strong physical team. And I think Althoff beat them by 10 last night. They lost some kids from last year. They had the 4-year starting quarterback who was very good. I think Martin Split is his name. But they do have, one of the very good basketball players who play football at back. I think they're freshmen and juniors this year. They have a couple of linemen back, and, in the past, and kind of a spread out team and run some spread formations as able to throw the ball pretty effectively. Last year, their freshmen and their JV teams were pretty solid, and I think that, even got them together, they're going to be good varsity football players in the next year or so. Third, it's going to be another battle. We're going to have to practice this week and get better at some things to come out and compete with them on Friday.
Well, what do the Rams need to do? I mean, Althoff team, you just said, they're going to be fairly balanced, it looks like. Looking at what happened last night against Monterey, obviously they mixed up through the air and on the ground, and their young defense held up pretty strong against the decent Monterey team. But what do the Rams need to do to come away with a win at home in conference play against Althoff?
Yeah, it's a good question, Chris. This morning and last night, I was thinking a whole lot, just thinking about the things. As a short, sometimes you get in a rut and you want to prepare for the next team, but sometimes the best thing you can do is take a step back and worry about yourself. I think that's going to be our focus this week. And, from the offensive point of view, it's just got to be more consistent with the same drive. That's kind of what we've hung our hat on in the past, being able to grind out 8, 10, 12-foot drives that eat up a lot of clock and finish with up in the end zone, and we just have not done that consistently enough. And then, on the defensive side, I think it's eliminates a big play. I think in 2 out of our 3 games, last night, our defense has done some really good things, and we've had a lot of sacks already this year, tackles for losses, and good plays defensively. But then, unfortunately, we come back and give us a 30-yard run or a long pass play or something along those lines. So I think again, consistency on offense and sustaining drives, and then eliminating some of the mistakes and the big plays on defense.
Final question for you is our WMIX Sports social media question of the week, and this week the question's a little bit of the imagination side of things you'll have to use. This week's question is, with the use of a time machine, what historical event would you have liked to have been at?
The last part threw me off a little bit, having, being a little down in the dumps over there. I was just say, well, time machine, I want to go back about 14 hours ago now and get a redo. See if we can come out on top. But I guess if we're going back a little bit further, that's a good question. I really have a pretty strong respect for our military and the service, and I think being able to see D-Day and the invasion of Normandy, D.C., I think that would be a pretty amazing thing to witness. Encourage our soldiers, and that'd be a pretty cool thing.
And a very good use of the WMIX Sports Time Machine, should we ever invent it. Coach, obviously I know it didn't go the way you wanted to last night, but certainly rooting for the Rams as the Althoff Crusaders come to town on Friday.
All right, thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
That was this past Saturday on the Saturday Sports Show, each and every week after the 8 o'clock news on AM 940, or listen online at WMIXsports.com. You'll love the WMIX Sports social media question of the week. Plenty more coming up on your Landers Collision Center's pregame show, big or small. Landers fixes them all. Call 1-888-LANDERS or log on to see what they're all about at LandersAuto.com. It's the Rams, it's the Crusaders, it's coming up. This is Rams Football, powered by Community First Bank.
Dig in with full contact coal miner training at Red Lake College. Learn in our new 20,000 square feet coal mine training center. Use real equipment like continuous miners and power sitters. And check out the new mine rescue and fire safety training tunnel. Associate degree and occupational certificates available.
We're full contact, hands-on coal mine. Real equipment, real live, all the time.
What are you waiting for? Call 618-437-5321 and get started.
There's no other Toyota dealership like it in the region. It's totally technical, chic, and totally new.
I love Toyota. Like car heaven.
It's totally brand new.
Totally built. Great deal.
Welcome to Tyler Toyota, the best car and truck buying experience in Southern Illinois. Total.
Totally.
We're celebrating the grand opening. Newly renovated and highly celebrated Tyler Toyota. Totally.
Toyota.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Rams Football.
Welcome back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com. Glad to have you with us. Your Landers Collision Center's pregame show, big or small. Landers fixes them all. Of course, Mount Vernon Rams Athletics here on WMIX, presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. I'm Chris Hugo, Danny Czerwinski alongside Hunter Schrader back at our Mount Vernon studio. Avery Barton here in the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios taking care of the video angles tonight. Jeff Crow is, as they say, on assignment. We'll have plenty of scores to keep track of tonight. Week 4 around the area. Of course, in the South 7 Conference opener tonight, Cahokia travels to Marion. Centralia is at Carbondale. Rams obviously hosting the Althoff Crusaders. River to River, Mississippi. Carterville travels to DQE. It's Nashville at Anna Jonesboro. Pinckneyville at Sparta, which could be the game of the week in either side of the conference. Benton at Heron, Harrisburg at Frankfort, Murphy at Massac, and the BDC tonight in terms of the Big Three in the 618. Chester's at Carmi-White County. Johnston City at CZR. Hamilton County at SVWW. El Dorado's at Fulton County, Kentucky, and Fairfield travels to Vienna-Goreville tomorrow. But taking a look at some of the Week 4 games from around the area, at least in terms of what we have on the platter tonight, Pinckneyville-Sparta, been quite a while since that one has the meaning that it at least has tonight.
Probably the mid to late 80s when Kerry Martin was the head coach at Sparta and Gary Glindsey the coach at Pinckneyville, when the Panthers were trying to make the playoffs, and Sparta actually did make the playoffs back then with Kerry Martin at the helm. And that game is very exciting. The Panthers looking to go to 4-0 next week. And if they can get to 4-0, they would probably face a 1-3 DuQuoin Indians team at home next week to try to go 5-0. So the Panther football program right now going in the right direction. But again, Sparta, coached by former Ram Robbie Kirk, has a lot of good things going for him. Got to talk to him last Sunday at the Bulldog Scramble in Sparta. Very excited about the way his program is going. And that is, I think, as far as the River to River goes, the game of the night as far as that side goes. The other side, Harrisburg at Frankfort, 2 winless teams looking to break long losing streaks. It'll be interesting to see if somebody can bring, whoever brings a win in that one will break that losing streak.
Well, and especially when you look at Carterville and DuQuoin Alvarado, a game that years ago, not that long ago, would have meant something a little bit more than what it means tonight. DuQuoin continues to struggle, unfortunately, and I think they'd hoped that the co-op would maybe bring some of the quality kids from Alvarado, but thus far this year, still struggling out of the gate.
Very struggling. I think it's kind of a shock not only to DuQuoin fans but to people around here, around football knowledge, is that DuQuoin is a team that I thought would be a lot better. Not just 1-3 going into the night, or 1-2, and then having a Carterville team that's flat steamrolling people right now at DuQuoin, and looks like the Lions might be able to continue their dominance with some wins tonight at DuQuoin, to continue with win tonight against the Indians at DuQuoin, in which they've done very well.
Well, and it's whiteout night at Anna Jonesboro tonight for the Muscular Dystrophy Association. Brett Dietering, of course, is part of that extensively. And then you have the Nashville Hornets coming to town, a Nashville team that's 3-0, blew out Westland, doubled them up 52-26 last week. You have an AJ team that just gets past their game a week ago and now coming into tonight. That could be a dandy in the River. Probably gets a little overshadowed by the Pinckneyville-Sparta game.
I think what happens in that game is really people don't know what Anna's made of right now. I think Anna's won some games, had stumbled a couple of times, and Anna right now is that team that you just don't know about yet. And Anna struggled last week with Massac County, who's gotten a little bit better. And then Nashville comes in 3-0. But if you count strength of schedule, you got to wonder what Nashville is, having beaten a tough Carlisle team, but then 2 teams in CZR and Westland that aren't as good this season. So they're 3-0. That's a first test for Nashville and Tim Kuhn to see if the Hornets can get off to a 4-0 start.
Of course, going to the Black Diamond for just a moment. Chester at Carmi. Chester had all they wanted from Cessna-Valera, Waltonville, Woodlawn for 3 quarters last week, and now Chester goes to Carmine, what could be the game of the week in the BDC. Johnston City at CZR, and a couple of teams waiting to be, I think, truly tested to see what they're made of. But, you look at Hamco at SVWW, Hamco, a team that got over the hump on a nice, I believe, not quite a Hail Mary a week ago, but a passing play to end the game. And you have a Hamilton County team in their losing streak ready to take on an SVWW team that just came up short against Chester a week ago.
You look at those games tonight. I mean, Chester at Carmi. Chester's a team limping in. I think they beat Cessna-Valera, Waltonville, Woodlawn at home last week, having to come from way far behind to do that. They got to go all the way to Carmi. I think they left Tuesday to get there. Just kidding. But that's a game that used to be meaning something. Carmi got Chester last year in the opening round of the playoffs at Chester. So Chester trying to exact some revenge at Carmi. But after Carmi's Week 1 loss, Kurt Simon has the Bulldogs playing well. JC at CZR, a Bearcats team that is struggling right now, getting ready to go into rivalry week next week against the Red Devils. JC, a team stumbled last week. be able to come in and do well. And then Hamilton County at SVWW, the Foxes coming off a big win. The Red Devils trying to win their first game in 9 tries. El Dorado at Fulton County, Kentucky tonight. The Eagles will be favored, even though they're going on the road. And then tomorrow, Fairfield will be at Vienna Goreville, who seems to be kind of spinning their wheels in the mud this year.
Of course, we need to take a break on your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. When we come back, we'll talk more about the Mount Vernon Rams and the Althoff Crusaders, as well as the South 7 Conference here in Week 4. With Danny Czerwinski, I'm Chris Hugo, and this is Mount Vernon Rams Football from WMIX Sports.
Bad luck. Some people were just born with it. Hi, this is Faith Landers with Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. We all know that someone who has that cartoon cloud hanging over their head, getting rained on whenever the sun is out. The full moon is their worst enemy, and if something can be spilled, dropped, broken, tipped over, or lost, it will somehow happen to this person. Landers Collision Centers has seen it all. Whether you turn the wheel too sharply backing out of your garage and tore the front end off of your vehicle, crunched your undercarriage running over a curb, or clipped your fender pulling into the ATM, Landers Collision Centers has your back, and we certainly won't judge. As a direct repair facility for many insurance companies, we take care of just about everything, even getting you into a temporary vehicle while we restore yours. That's the Landers difference. Top to bottom, big or small, Landers fixes them all. Come see us in Mount Vernon and Salem and ask us about free detailing for the life of your vehicle. Or call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
Rams fans, check out the Rams apparel at Winning Edge. They have the largest supply of MVPHS t-shirts, hoodies, golf shirts, caps, bags, and more. If you can't find the right item, they'll customize it for you. In addition to the great selection of Rams gear, Winning Edge specializes in screen printing and embroidery, which are the longest-lasting promotional items. Winning Edge will get you the right active wear for your business, school, or event, and will help you make a lasting impression. Find Winning Edge downtown at 212 South 9th Street, on the web at winningedgeusa.com, and on Facebook.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Football, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
And welcome you back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Glad to have you with us. We're ready for kickoff between the Mount Vernon Rams and the Althoff Crusaders tonight. This is your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Rams Athletics presented by Community First Bank. Dan, we talked about the other conferences before heading to a break, but we take a look at the South 7 around the horn this week. You have an 0-3 Cahokia team taking on a probably underrated 1-2 Marion team on the road tonight. And in terms of being underrated, could be the game of the week this week.
Well, as far as the South 7 goes, I mean, that probably could be. I think Centralia at 3-0 heading to Carbondale at 0-3 has potential if Centralia can get on the road and get to Carbondale and get a win against the Terriers. And, of course, Centralia looking to keep that streak alive. Cahokia is struggling, but Marion, after 2 losses, gets a win to make 1-2 heading into that home game tonight. Of
course, we have plenty to talk about with the Mount Vernon Rams and the Althoff Crusaders. This is your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. We need a break to honor America. We'll recap last week's games for the Rams and the Crusaders when we return. This is Mount Vernon Football from WMIX Sports.
Hi, Roy Schmidt at Fort Square, Mount Vernon. This year marks our 29th year in business, and right now we have one of the best selections of new Ford and Lincoln vehicles in stock ready for immediate delivery. We have financing as well as 0% for 60 months on certain models and cashback incentives besides $10,000. If you are looking for a full-size truck for your job or leisure, or if you need a vehicle with great fuel efficiency, stop by Fort Square, Mount Vernon today. Our friendly sales staff will do everything possible to satisfy your transportation needs. And like always, at Fort Square, Mount Vernon, the best never rests at 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois.
At Banterra, we understand that banking is a relationship. It's a friendly face that knows your name, understands your needs, supports your goals. Banterra offers a complete range of personal and business banking products with competitive rates and loans that range from small projects to multi-million-dollar opportunities. We offer conveniences such as online banking, mobile banking, and direct deposit. For a strong community bank with exceptional customer service, Banterra is a smart choice for your banking needs. Banterra Bank, a proud supporter of Southern Illinois high school sports. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Broadcasting live from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Tyler's. This is Mount Vernon Rams Football.
Welcome you back, WMIX, WMIXSports.com. Glad to have you with us tonight. The Mount Vernon Rams open up their South 7 Conference slate with the Althoff Crusaders. A Crusader team that's 2-1 coming in, had a big win over Mater Dei a week ago. And what a game that was between the two parochial institutions.
No, the holy grail of trophies on the line, and Althoff beats Mater Dei on the road. Had played there a few years back in a playoff game that you and I saw the second half of on our journey on a Friday night to different games. And very physical contest. Althoff came out on top, and a very balanced Althoff team. Pretty balanced in yardage game between passing and running, but majority of the time, this team's going to run the ball out of the spread, and because of their options and their speed, defenses really have to be conservative and have to be in their assignments and roles in order to try to stop this very high-powered Althoff offense.
4-year starter Eric Mertens lost to graduation. Jordan Augustine takes over at quarterback. They return a lot of weapons, including Keenan Young at wide receiver, but also Malik Easley at running back. However, you can't take your eyes off of Brett Silvestri, and especially looks like Jalen Bester as well for the Crusader running attack.
Well, and it's one of those where the quarterback last year, Mertens, was more of a drop-back passer. He wasn't a guy that, would sit there and drop back and you had to worry about him taking off and running 20 yards. I think Jordan Augustine's a kid, played in the lower levels last year, that he's a guy that if he drops back, he may in the shotgun, he may not pass the ball. He sees something, he can take off and run. And it's almost like the defense has to decide, you're going to play regular defense or are you going to send a spy out on Augustine tonight to keep him in check? You have to decide. If you send a spy, you're down a guy on defense at that point.
That you are. For the Mount Vernon Rams, didn't go so well last week at Triad, losing that one 42-24. The Rams had some bright spots offensively, had an 18-14 lead with about 2 minutes to go before the half, and then an error on the special teams unit led to a quick Triad touchdown for the Rams. They ended up losing that one, though. Had some bright spots. Had a 72-yard pass from Dylan Reeves to Xavier Tyus for a touchdown. Had a nice 72-yard run, I believe it was, from DeMontez Miller-Gray, who now has over 450 rushing yards on the season. So there were some bright spots, just some mental letdowns as well, unfortunately.
Well, Mount Vernon, the way they had to look at things on Friday night, there were a lot of great things that were done by the Mount Vernon Rams. However, in the crucial times of the game when they needed to, there was some letdowns. And when you let down like they did at the end of the first half, you find issues. And you find Triad goes to the house, goes up 21-18, and never again was Mount Vernon able to get themselves back in the game. And by the time they did, Triad had ran off a bunch of points. So, unfortunately for Mount Vernon, they didn't get to that point. And again, that's been their problems in weeks 1 and 3. Some downtime, some mental errors, and things of that nature that's what happens. You cannot do that at this level if you're going to win and do playoffs and everything of that nature.
Of course, we're talking about the Rams now, a team that's 1-2 coming in against a team that's 2-1 in the Crusaders. We talked briefly before taking the air about some keys to tonight's game, and we think about possible keys to a game like this. You're the 1-2 Mount Vernon Rams. I'd assume a big key is just try to get a win to get back to 500.
Well, the keys of the game, you got to go back to an ABC focus. You got to get to the base. You got to get to the fundamentals. You have to allow no mental mistakes. I mean, this is a Rams team, and on both sides of the ball, and special teams through 3 games have had mental errors, and those have led to some of the issues and points and scoring. You have to be solid 1 quarter at a time. I think at this point when you're on a losing streak, you got to take it 1 quarter at a time and build your way up and do those things and see consistent play for an entire game. If you follow those ABCs, you're going to have an opportunity to contend and get wins. You're 1-2 tonight. You have to win 4 of the next 7 to get in the playoffs. Because Mount Vernon will have enough points. You need to win 4 out of 6 in these next 6 weeks to get wins. Where you're going to get them, I don't know. If you lose here again tonight and cost yourselves 2 home losses in the first 4 weeks, that's going to be very difficult for Mount Vernon to come up with wins and do those things.
It is. This is Rams Football presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. We'll get to your Ford Square King City Chrysler starting lineups in just a bit. For service without an appointment, it's Express Lane, fast oil changes, and more. 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon. It would appear that the Rams are going to have possession first. They'll go right to left in the first quarter. They're wearing their home black unis, the orange stripe along the sleeve, of course, with white numerics trimmed in orange. They do have the solid black helmets with a Ram emblem on the right side. While the Crusaders come in, they have navy pants on tonight in their away white uniforms with navy numerics trimmed in gold and gold helmets. Glad to have you with us on AM 940 WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting, top of the 7 o'clock hour. As we prepare to get underway, Donovan Gajan will be handling the kickoff tonight for the Crusaders. Had a 20. Never mind, not a field goal. That was an extra point. Why they would include the yardage there, not sure. But anyway, we get to the action. It'll be DeMontez Miller-Gray, the right man, at about the 10. He'll come up between the hashes now at about the 25. Still on his feet, looking to come to the outside. He's at the 30. Off to the races, 35, 40, 45, midfield. It'll be the kicker Gagin that pushes him out of bounds. Past midfield into Althoff territory, and the Rams will have a nice start to this drive here to open the contest.
Again, very familiar start for the Rams. They will start in Crusader field position, and I think, again, that's something that Mount Vernon has to be excited about. They received the opening kick, and they are ready to go here on their first possession in very good territory if they can do anything with it.
And there is a flag laying about the Mount Vernon 28-yard line, and that'll push the Rams back on the holding call. 11:49 to go in the first. No score yet between the Rams and the Crusaders. First game of conference action in the 6-team conferences here tonight. Looks like familiar starters for the Rams. The quarterback will be Dylan Reeves. DeMontez Miller-Gray, Remington Paris, and Jylen Rush are your backs with Waith, Marler, Hopkins, Heitmeyer, Borland, Ward, and Tyus. Getting a start from split end all the way over to split end, left to right for Mount Vernon's offense.
That is a 36-yard penalty from where that was. So you want to talk about you have one penalty for 36 yards, that will crucify. You go from the 45 down to the 19. You kind of talk about scaffolding your way to building something up in this game. That's kind of how you tear things down.
I would say so, as the Rams will split Tyus off to the right. Quarterback Reeves is under center to start. This is actually going to be play action, rolling to the right side, downfield for Tyus, and he tries the one-handed grab near midfield toward the sideline. It'll fall incomplete, so it'll be 2nd and 10 from the Ram 19. 11:43 to go in the scoreless first.
I love that play call. Of course, Althoff there was boxed up and within 5 yards, 11 guys a line of scrimmage that time. They roll Reeves to the right to try to make the play and to make the connection with Xavier Tyus, and he was there. The safety had sucked up on play action, and he rolled forward, and that left it open, and just the pass was too long.
Lineups tonight presented by King City Chrysler. For service without an appointment, it's Express Lane, Fast Oil Change the More, 1603 Broadway. In Mount Vernon, Reeves, the QB, is under center, split to the left side, split to the right. 3 in the backfield. It's going to be an inside handoff. No, Reeves on the quarterback keeper. Nice on the fake handoff.
Well,
but he's going to lose maybe 1 on the play to make it 3rd down.
If there was textbook tackling, that was it. The tackle was to the left, strong side with the hat, a lift, and a throw back down on the ground. What a textbook tackle that time. No prom tackling there in that case.
11:18 now to go in the first quarter. No score yet. Rams football is presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. If you always bank on your hometown team, Community First Bank, home of the one account, featuring free checking and high yield interest.
Heron took 59 seconds to score a touchdown tonight against Benton.
Oh my, Hester's in motion, sweeping up to the right side, outside of the hash to about the 20. It's going to be a gain of about 1 if the Rams are fortunate. It'll bring up 4th down. They'll have to punt the football here as we roll below the 10:45 mark. Here in the first quarter. All scoreboard updates all season long are presented by Bird Watson Drug. If you're concerned about your Medicare Part D plan, let Bird Watson Drug's pharmacists help you understand your options. Stop in at 12th and Main and 34th and Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Mount Vernon will have to punt here deep in their own territory. Now we'll see what happens here as Mount Vernon will give it up. Althoff will have great position, and Keenan Young back again. They're going to come. Althoff's looking to block.
And here comes, and Althoff did block, and Reeves can't get the punt off. Well, he almost did, and it was blocked by Althoff. They'll come up with it inside the 10 at about the 6, and what a great play by Chris Branson, the 5'11 sophomore. And now the Crusaders will be in the red zone to start with their first possession. 10:20 to play in the first.
Althoff loaded up the left side of the defensive line. You could see it coming. 3 guys moved forward immediately. Mount Vernon was overmatched on that side by numbers. They burst through, and before the ball even left the foot, barely, of Dylan Reeves, that ball was blocked for a punt, and Althoff will have it at the 6.
Althoff will have it on the 6. It'll be 1st and goal for the Crusaders. The quarterback for this offense this year is Jordan Augustine. He'll have Keenan Young split to the right. It'll be Isaiah Williams, I believe, or Jordan Goodwin split to the left. With the quarterback working out of the shotgun, a single back set. I'm sorry, there was not. That was easily actually out to the left side, it would appear. And now we have to be getting close to a delay of game here.
Delay of game penalty.
So that'll push the Crusaders back here.
Side-yard penalty will make it 1st and goal.
Well, that'll muscle up and give the Rams some yardage to work with, at least defensively.
10:21 to play in the opening quarter. It's still 1st and goal, but from the 12 now for the Crusaders as they threaten. They had a blocked punt. Get great field position on the 6, and now still looking to punch it in. Looks like C.J. Colden, is going to be split to the left side. Split to the right is Keenan Young. In motion will be number 44, Brett Silvestri, and it's going to be a sweep handoff to the right side from Malik Easley. Finds some running room off tackle, gets to the 5 inside the goal line for a touchdown. 12-yard scamper for Malik Easley, and just like that, he makes it look easy. 6-0 Althoff on top.
Didn't take much, did it? Just a little sweep off to the left side, and Easley goes in and scores. And this is not starting out very well for Mount Vernon.
It is not starting off well at all. Certainly not the way you wanted it to go to start off your night. And just like that, a penalty pushed it back to the 12. But for the Crusaders, they still find a 12-yard touchdown for Malik Easley. And now it'll be Cajun on to kick the point after to try to make it 7-0 with 10:14 to go in the first. Rams trying to go off the end. And Heiner gave it a great effort, but the extra point is good. And so now Althoff leads 7-0 here in the first. Pink Out Night is coming before you know it. October the 17th, the Mount Vernon Rams host the Central Orphans. The Rams football players have your back to save your front. Mount Vernon Rams Football and the future business leaders of America are teaming together again to hold the second annual Pink Out football game to tackle cancer. The game will be on October 17th, as I said, against Centralia. Last year, the event raised $5,000 to aid in finding a cure for breast cancer. This year, the Rams fans can sponsor a player's special Pink Out football jersey in honor of a loved one that is fighting cancer, has survived cancer, or in memory of someone that lost the battle. Once a jersey is sponsored, it will be worn during the game and then awarded to the sponsors at the conclusion of said game. The minimum cost to sponsor a jersey is just $100. However, you may pledge more if you desire. All proceeds will be given to the Susan G. Komen for the Cure Foundation. If you'd like to sponsor a jersey, please contact Ms. Julie Hayes, business teacher and FBLA advisor at Mount Vernon Township High School, with your information. You can call 246-5617 or email jhayes, that's with an E, at mvths.org. And we're very proud to be a part of that Pink Out Night. We'll have WMIX Sports Rally Towels on October the 17th. The kickoff this time will be again to the right at about the 5. Miller Gray trying to swing to the outside at about the 25. He's pushed back by a wall of Crusaders, and that crusade for the Rams didn't quite go as far as the first, but now they will have 1st and 10 with no penalties.
Well, it is a start. And again, Mount Vernon, a mental mistake on the block punt. Didn't get enough and get over, and right now find themselves in another hole, which has been the way it has been a lot of games this year. As the Rams will take over at their own 25 with Cahokia leading Marion 8-0 on the road.
Interesting.
Yes.
Could be an interesting matchup next week as the Rams have it split to the left and to the right. 3 backs in the backfield for the quarterback. Reeves under center. In motion, Miller Gray. Inside handoff looks like going to Andrew Heiner, and he'll lunge forward to about the 30. Gain of about 4 or 5. It'll bring up 2nd and 5 for the Rams as we drop below the 10-minute mark of this first quarter.
Little drop fullback dive off the right side in the 1 and the 2 hole. Able to get 5 that time. 3-4 defense here by Althoff, and they're gambling quite a bit up front right now.
Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams here on WMIX. We'll tell you more about them throughout the night and throughout the season. Reeves, the quarterback, under center. Tyus off to the left in motion. Looks like that was not going to matter because it'll be Dylan Reeves trying to go up the middle, push back beyond the 30. Maybe a loss of a couple. It'll bring up 3rd down for the Rams with 9:20 to go in the first.
Only 1 yard, and right now he's swarming Althoff defense, especially when Reeves keeps it right now. Makes it very difficult for Mount Vernon to do much on that. And this is a case where Althoff is going to try to feel early how they're going to do, and right now Althoff very, very, very aggressive defensively early.
Yes, they are. WMIXsports.com, AM 940. Glad to have you with us. Dylan Reeves is under center again on 3rd and 4. Deep in Ram territory. Pitch coming to the near side, and Miller Gray tried to shake his way but thought he lost the football. And now he'll run for a loss. It'll bring up 4th down.
Well, Mount Vernon right now has done little to anything with the Althoff defense. I mean, this is one of those that Althoff cannot right now allow anything. It is very interesting to see how Althoff's going about this. They are quick and strong up front, and right now it's a crazy kind of start for Mount Vernon.
Crazy kind of start indeed. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside Avery Barton handling the camera angles for WMIXsports.com. Tell you more about Community First here in just a moment as the Rams look to punt. 4th and 7 from their own 28. 8-11 to go in the first. 7-0 Althoff lead could change. Keenan Young back to return. Going to let it bounce a couple of times. Not going to pick it up. Probably a smart decision as Gage Burrows will go inside the 30 at about the 28, where the Crusaders will have it on their own 28-yard line to Have it 1st and 10 with 8 minutes to play in the first quarter.
Well, we, as in Mount Vernon, the we, has a lot of jobs to do here. The Mount Vernon defense put in the same scenario they have been in the first 3 weeks. You have to go out and you have to hold the team to keep it within a touchdown. And this Althoff team now will go with the spread, 3 receivers to the right, pistol formation.
See what the quarterback Augustine can do here, and it's going to be a quick inside handoff to Easley. Now trying to break to the outside all the way back to 20, now to 25. Nice move at near the 30. There's going to be a flag as he steps out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. Would be a gain of 8, but there was a flag there. I didn't see anything flag-worthy.
I did not see anything flag-worthy. I thought it was a great back block here by one of the running wide receivers for Althoff. He came back to the line and pushed forward, waiting on a guy coming from behind. The guy didn't see him. He blocked him. I thought he did a great job. However, it's going to turn to being an illegal block at least 5 yards, probably 15 from the spot of the foul. Depending on what Mount Vernon wants to do, I would think they would accept the penalty and drop it back what will be probably a 15-yard penalty.
Oh, it makes sense. Community First Bank of the Heartland, the official voice of high school sports here on WMIX. If you're tired of big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home in Dix, Ina, Woodlawn, and Mount Vernon. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC, and that one will go back. It'll be fun.
I'll be honest. It's a 15-yard penalty, 5 from the line of scrimmage, another 15 yards after that. I honestly did not see anything that would have merited a block below the waist or behind a clip. I did not see it. I thought it was a great open field block by a receiver that, unfortunately for Althoff, got called back. I think it's like in some sports you see things that you don't think those players can do. That's what happened there.
Exactly.
A TV block.
And then sometimes you're punished for it. Rashad Campbell faced that a lot when his days at Centralia in the past few years. A handoff on a sweep left side. Quarterback Augustine on the handoff. It'll go left. Not for very much. Gets past the 15 as Bester on the carry. Gets maybe, 3 yards. Bring up 2nd and long with 7:36 to play in the first. Still 7-0 Crusaders.
Two teams. I mean, a lot of people think Althoff's a pass-friendly team with the spread. Hardly the case. They will run the football much. And, again, when that happens, that's one of those deals where, again, you got to be ready to go.
2nd and 19 for the Crusaders. Ball on their own 18. 7:09 to go in the first. 7-0 your score out of the shotgun for Jordan Augustine. Split to the right and the left for the Crusaders. Looking for the near side pass to Young. It's completed about the 21. Trying to go over the middle. Gets to about the 30 where he's brought down. Looks like Burrows in on the tackle, and that is going to be right about to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, now you have 3rd and about 10. And right now that's manageable for this Althoff offense in this part of the field. That was a nice play by the quarterback, Augustine. He has the ability to run with the football and not just be a drop-back passer. And you could see there Mount Vernon had to respect that, laid back, and that allowed him a few extra seconds to try to find Young open for the 12-yard gain.
And now, pretty well into the backfield for the quarterback, Augustine, on 3rd and 9. Ball at their own 28, giving chase. Hester will complete. It'll be picked off by Xavier Tyus inside the 35. The Rams come up with a turnover. And still on the feet, Tyus trying to get somewhere, but wrapping him up. Looked like that was easily the running back.
Yeah, he got flustered that time, had a guy chasing him, stood in the pocket and took it and threw it, and the ball floated on him a little bit, and great interception by Xavier Tyus for the Rams, who will take over at the Althoff 34-yard line.
WMIX Sports Mobile Studios driven by Tyler's. Why play the financing waiting game? Become pre-approved right now. Apply online at tylertoyota.net. It's totally Tyler's. Totally Rams on the turnover. 1st and 10 from the Althoff 34. 6:27 to play in the first. 7-0 Althoff. Rams looking to get something going with Hester in motion. Quick turnaround. Coming fade route left side. Looking for Tyus. Tyus complete inside the 5. Pushed out of bounds. He hit the pylon with his knee. And they're going to go ahead and say he was out at the 1.
Oh, no. If it was challengeable, you would have a red flag here, and it would be overruled, and it would be a touchdown. However, in this level, you don't have that opportunity. And boy, oh boy, Mount Vernon got kind of a bad call there. But anyway, they'll have the ball 1st and goal to go at the 1.
So it'll be 1st and goal for the Rams. 6:21 to play here in the first quarter. 7-0 your score, and it looks like I don't know what's going on now. What happened? Reeves, the quarterback, it looked like he went in. They're going to wave touchdown, but
1 yard dive by Clayton Reeves gives it to Mount Vernon. Back in the ball game off the turnover, and important for Mount Vernon to take advantage of that. And now you feel like Mount Vernon kind of righted the ship a little bit and got going. And the Rams back into this one, taking advantage of an Althoff turnover.
big run by Reeves on that, just to go straight up the middle on the quarterback keeper for 1 yard for the touchdown. Rams are going to tie it here on the point after from Dalton McGowan.
See if Mount Vernon, what they decide. They're going to go for the extra point. Wondered if they would go for 2.
Point is good. It was up. It was good. Split the uprights, and it's 7-7 as the Rams tied up here in the first.
Well, that was important for Mount Vernon to get back into this game. And, of course, it was set up by the 33-yard pass from Dylan Reeves to Xavier Tyus down the left sideline. And both teams taking advantage of big plays. Althoff blocks the punt. Then they were able to score. Then Mount Vernon takes advantage of an interception and takes the short field to get the tying touchdown. And we have a new ball game with 6:15 left to go in the first quarter.
Rams now have 7 points off a turnover tonight after the interception by Tyus. Then Tyus reels in a catch that takes the Rams all the way to the 1. Dylan Reeves able to come up with the touchdown. McGowan the point after attempt. That was one good series. Make your own great play when you open a Community First Bank free high-yield checking account that earns cash back. Just ask for one. Member FDIC. Big play.
Well,
big effort.
Big effort, big play. And sometimes when your backs are against the wall and you understand you have to win 4, count it this week, 6 games to get in the playoffs, your back's against the wall right now at the schedule that Mount Vernon plays, and you got to get something going.
6:15 to play in the first. Tied at 7. The Rams will kick off. Back to return. It'll be Keenan Young. And looks like I'm going to say Bester there. Little Beaster on the left side. 6:15 to go. Tied at 7. Reeves, the quarterback, will kick off. And now this will be on the ground, but not much there. Good pickup by Justin Polites. And the onside kick attempt is recovered by Althoff, and they'll have it 1st and 10. Very gracious territory here on their own 45.
Very gracious. Too gracious almost. And the fact that you start, again, you let them start at their 45. I mean, that's the short field, and it kind of puts your defense, you're thinking, well, they start in their own territory, but for Althoff, their own 45, that's almost immaculate field position for the Crusaders.
I would say so. The Crusader team looking to roll right back down the field with Keenan Young split to the left. Out of the pistol for the quarterback, Jordan Augustine. Malik Easley, the tailback, has had some nice carries already tonight. That's where they're going to go inside handoff right up the middle into Ram territory. Past the 45 to the 42. It'll be a gain of about 13, and that'll make it 1st and 10. It's a change move easily with 6 to play in the first.
Nice to see my partner can read the tea leaves before they happen. Gets the Malik Easley call on the dive. Straight handoff, 12 yards up the middle into Rams territory at the 42.
I think I'll savor the flavor because that's sure as heck not going to happen again.
Oh.
It might.
Divine intervention on the pick, eh?
Could be.
I'm here all night.
I bet you are. I may not be, as this is going to be another handoff. Easily off tackle to the right to the 40, down to the 35. Won't quite be first down yardage, but it'll be a gain of about quite a bit.
8-yard gain. I know if Althoff's down to the final play in the last second of the fourth quarter, what play they'll run.
Just say it.
Hail Mary has
you
to.
betcha.
I'll say yes. Okay.
Video online at WMIXsports.com, powered by Ren Lake College, where you can save thousands on your collegiate education. See how and apply online at rlc.edu. Ren Lake College, your journey.
Hey, you wonder if tonight's going to be a defensive optional kind of game with 14 points already in the first 6 minutes. How about this? DuQuoin Carterville scoreless after 1.
And now, quick snap out of the shotgun. Flag on the play. Play clocks don't appear to be on tonight. Could be that the officiating crew doesn't want to mess with them. So a false start, a pushback 5 will be 2nd and 7 with 5:11 to go here in the opening quarter.
And that's really a shame because it's technology and it's something the school has and it should be used at every game no matter what, what anybody wants or doesn't want. Sorry, just an editorial opinion.
There you go.
But it is what it is.
5:07 to go here in the first quarter. 7-7 ball game. Rams and Althoff, so glad to have you. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. We'll pick a Tony Wilt State Farm player of the game in our post-game show. We'll tell you more about that here in just a few, as Easley and Bester will be in the backfield now. Two backs out of the shotgun, split to the left, one in the left slot here for Augustine. And it's going to be a handoff to Baster as he will get to about the 35-yard line. Gain of about 4. It'll bring up 3rd and 3 with 4:30 to play here in the first.
Well, I can see somebody from Centralia is here tonight scouting across the way, staying at the 50 with a notebook on the Althoff side. Of course, Althoff will travel to Centralia next week. In the last 2 years, that game has been rather intense at both places for various reasons.
4:19 to go here in the first. 7-7 the score. Crusaders trying to march deeper into Ram territory. Ball on the 34-yard line as it's between the hashes on the spot. Quarterback Augustine looking for the easy handoff again to Easley, and Brighton Bowers is going to come up with a big tackle for loss.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was a loss. And I'm telling you right now, Mount Vernon highly lucky they were not called for a horse collar, because that hand was right up there around the collar of the shirt and jersey. And boy, Mount Vernon very lucky that didn't happen.
3:43 to go in the first. 7-7 is still the score. 4th and 4 now on the tackle for loss. Brighton Bowers has been big for the Rams defensively here in 2014. 28 total tackles. Maybe none bigger than that one thus far, as Althoff with the offense going to try to go for it here. The ball on the 36-yard line, Ram territory inside the near hash. Left to right go the Crusaders. Left goes the quarterback Augustine, looking for a man downfield. May not get to him as the Rams will have a pile to fall on Augustine. And it will be a turnover on downs as he's brought down at about the 43. And the Rams will have pretty good field position themselves with 3:15 left to play.
Yeah. That was one of those. He ran out of time, he ran out of real estate, and he ran out of speed. And the Rams defense, great coverage by the corners down the field. And for the Rams, they were able to make the sack, force a turnover, the second of the night for Althoff. And the Rams will begin with it in their own territory, but at the 43-yard line with 3:15 to go in the first.
Tony Wilt is glad to help your family with all of their insurance needs. Give his office a call. Find him on the web at TonyWilt.com or look for the White State Farm Jeep around town. 3:15 to go in the first. 7-7 the score. 1st and 10 for the Rams. Ball on the far hash as they go right to left here in the first. It's on their own 43. Reeves, the quarterback, under center. Miller Gray in motion. Pitch coming to the near side. Flag will blow the play dead.
Ugh.
And there you go.
Too much laundry out here today. Mount Vernon 2 penalties, 41 yards. Althoff 3 for 20 already, as the Hankies getting a lot of grass stain here early on. Into one in a surprising game. It is Carbondale over Centralia 3-0. And in the first, Cokia leads Marion 8-7 for your South 7 scores. Our friends to the south at SVWW have an earlier lead on our friends to the east at Hamilton County 6-0.
Tyus will be split off to the left side. He had a big catch earlier to help lead the Rams to that touchdown. Set him up 1st and goal from the 1. Reeves under center. Miller Gray in motion again. And this time on the 1st and 15 after the penalty, we'll have another flag. It'll be against the Rams.
That is much to the chagrin of some people down to our right in the booth, and that's a case there of people not setting themselves. And Mount Vernon going early, so you go from 1st and 10 to 1st and 20 as things start creeping in upon the field, and of course here at the windows going down by themselves.
Tony Wilt is glad to help your family with all of their insurance needs. Give his office a call. Find him on the web at TonyWilt.com or look for the White State Farm Jeep around town. We'll have a player of the game in our Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac post-game show. Don't forget, you can find all of our previous players of the game online at WMIXsports.com. 1st and 20 for the Rams. Yes, it's still first down. It's been a pair of flags, and now Hester's going to be the man in motion to the right side. Reeves rolling the pass as he's going to have it in his left hand. Probably not going to be able to get a pass off. Gets to the 30 now to the outside, near side, 35. All that running for a gain of about 2, but he's able to save his own life and make it 2nd and 18 with 3:05
And
left.
again, you make it easy for the defense to figure that out. A right-handed quarterback running to his left. I've never understood that. Run to his left, and then you have the guy has the ball in his left hand. Well, if you're a defender, you know he's not going to throw the football, so you go full blast at him, and that's what they did. He ran 30 yards to get 2 positive yards. Not a good play there if you're Mount Vernon.
3:05 left. Tie ball game, 7-7 here in the first. The Rams and the Althoff Crusaders opening up South 7 play. Split to a very weak left for Xavier Tyus. Under center is the quarterback, Dylan Reeves, in motion. It was Miller Gray. Inside handoff will go to Andrew Heiner. A little off-tackle play in between the hashes. He'll get to about the 45. Gain of roughly 8. Cuts it in half. It'll be 3rd and 8.
Well, that's a big play. A minimal, maximal, and a manageable yardage play now for Mount Vernon as we go along here in this first quarter.
Heiner with the 9-yard gain will bring up a
2:44 to play in the first. 3rd and 7 here for the Rams. 2:38 to play, as I told you. Tied at 7. The ball on the Rams' 46-yard line, just inside the far hash. As the quarterback Reeves stays under center. Xavier Tyus looking at the sideline. Wait, the split to the right. They're going to look quickly to the left. Tyus had to come back up for it as he was losing his footing in midfield where it falls incomplete. It's 4th and 7 with 2:25 left.
Well, ran a great route that time, and unfortunately for Mount Vernon, Tyus that time slipped in his route, and when he went down, his body went one way, his hands went another, and unfortunately had to drop the ball. Thank goodness it didn't tip off his hands and flip in the air. The ball hit his hands and dropped straight to the ground.
Get you some more scores momentarily. The Bird Watson Drug scoreboard as Reeves is back to punt. It'll be a high punt, spiraling even. I think I just created a new word as Young will call for the fair catch at about the 25-yard line. Windows fall. Hugo mispronounces words. And
it's all right.
We're
surviving.
Ways to go here in the first quarter with 2:19 left. 7-7. Althoff with a football. 1st and 10.
Well, game has settled down nicely. Defense is starting to get entrenched in the battle. Cahokia now up 16-7. 16-7.
Interesting.
That is interesting. As much as Centralia trailing at Carbondale 3-0. Kind of a shock and surprise so far in the South 7, and Althoff had 10 guys. They have to run somebody in.
Young split to the right side. The quarterback's going to flip it out to the left, and that is going to be easy for Malik Easley. Getting to the left, near midfield, now to the races. Nobody's going to stop him as he gets to the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Pay dirt. And that's going to be a 76-yard touchdown run with no flags anywhere to make it 13-7.
Just about the time you get things settled down, Malik Easley goes 76 yards on the touchdown run. And again, what have we talked about? Errors and things in mental states. Mount Vernon got caught up in the box, and there it went. And Easley was down that sideline so fast you couldn't hardly see where he was going. He was quick down that sideline. That's VWW up 14-0. I'd like to see his time going down that sideline on that run.
It was quick, I can tell you that. Gauging on for another point after, and it looks like this one's going to split the uprights. It is. I have my scoreboard here. I've been corrected on the pronunciation. Gagin. So it's 14-7 Althoff with 2:04 left to go here in the first quarter. That was one good play. Make your own great play when you open a Community First Bank free high-yield checking account that earns cash back. Just ask for one member FDIC.
Well, you have to lift yourself off the mat and go again. That's the way it is.
That's just the way it is.
Mount Vernon finds himself in a come-from-behind position, unfortunately, again.
I think they're going to wish they had that opportunity from a moment ago back after the turnover on downs and interception earlier. They turned into some points. And right now, the Crusaders have been able to capitalize every chance they've gotten. Well, except for one. Well, two, I guess. So half of the chances they've gotten, they've been able to capitalize with 2:04 left to go here in the first quarter. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Back at the Mount Vernon studios, Hunter Schrader. Here with us in the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios is Avery Barton with the camera angles. And this one will be muffed, but picked up by Miller Gray. Gets it about the 15, 20, looking to get to the 25. Pushed back by the Crusaders, bended to about the 23, bent even. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Rams in their own territory.
More yellow hankies, now green and yellow on the turf. Face mask will probably be maybe 5, maybe 15. And right now, this game again goes, and Mount Vernon has to pick themselves off the mat and go again. Nashville leads AJ 8-7 after 1 as Nashville tries to go for 4-0. Heron over Benton 21-0 at the end of 1. That game kind of going as way the experts predicted.
It will be 1st and 10 from the 27 for the Rams on the far hash. Inside handoff from Reeves to the ball carrier. And it looks like that's going to come up as maybe even a loss on the play. Looked like it was an inside handoff. I thought to Andrew Heiner initially. That's who had the football. And it's going to be 2nd down for the Rams with a minute 40 to go in the first, trailing 14-7.
How about this score? Murphy 11, Massac 7 in the first quarter. Slurpees for all.
I'd say. .125 to go in the first. 14-7 ball game. Rams trailing here, trying to come up with something on 2nd and 8 from their own 30. It did end up being a gain with forward progress. And now in motion, Jylen Rush. Handoff again, but it's going to be a missed handoff. Fumbled football. Crusaders are going to get their hands on it here and fall at the bottom of the pile. And if so, huge turnover. It is Crusader football inside the red zone, shy of the 15.
Yeah, another botched handoff snap, and now Mount Vernon forces another turnover. And Althoff recovers and has it at the Rams' 16-yard line. It's time for Mount Vernon to step up again defensively.
1:08 left to go in the first quarter. Chris Hugo, Danny Czerwinski, WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Saturday Sports Show tomorrow. We'll talk with Rams head coach Jared Shaner about tonight's effort. Hopefully they'll come up with something here. They trail 14-7. The Crusaders have it 1st and 10. The ball actually on the Mount Vernon 16 at the far hash. Split to the right side, the junior Keenan Young. Out of the shotgun, Augustine. The lone back in the backfield is actually Malik Easley. In motion now, Young. And they will load up to the left as Young goes into the slot. Handoff going to Easley. Trying to sweep to the outside of the far sideline. Looks like he gets to about the 15, maybe the 14 on forward progress. Short gain will bring up 2nd down with less than a minute to go in the first.
He'll make Malik Easley at 106 yards in the first quarter. It's not a bad night already.
Handoff to Malik Easley. Gain of 2 on the play will bring up a 2nd down and 8.
With 40 seconds left to go here in the opening quarter, the Rams hoping to close out the quarter in a positive way as Young will go split off to the right side again. To the left, it is C.J. Colden. He's a sophomore. The quarterback out of the shotgun, Jordan Augustine, the 6'3 junior, with Colden now coming up to the right side. Maybe a running play to the right. Nope. To the left goes Beaster as he will get inside to about the close to the 10. Not quite there. It'll bring up 3rd down with 15 seconds left.
Besides the two losses of yards from running, this Althoff team has been able to get positive yards each and every time tonight.
3 seconds left. 14-7 the score, and that is going to take us to the end of the first quarter. We need to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have second quarter action from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports.
On Fox, WMIX.com, powered by Red Lake College.
Welcome back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com, as we start in time for the second quarter. 14-7, Althoff on top, and they are threatening again as we open this second quarter of play. 3rd and 5 now as they go right to left from the Ram 11. Nice fake to the left. Bowers is quick on the carry, but it's not going to matter. Completed pass. Wait. Yeah, I was going to say, I had the right play. As yes. I got distracted as Keenan Young had it right up the middle on the completion. It'll be an 11-yard touchdown. However, everybody thought the play was dead for some reason, as if it was a running play, and it was not. Great fake.
It's a great fake. It's a touchdown pass, a little pitch forward, and that is another Althoff touchdown. And Mount Althoff now goes up by that 2-touchdown margin that you're worried about.
Makes it 20-7 as now the Rams trail by 13. Could be 14 on the Godwin kick. We'll see what happens. And not the way you wanted this second quarter to start, but with the way the first quarter ended, that is no surprise. Extra point is good, but you can always bank on your hometown team, Greedy First Bank, home of the One account featuring free checking and high-yield interest. Member FDIC. 21-7 now Althoff with 11:53 left to go here in the first half. Rams fans, if you haven't found the time to stop by the new Winning Edge at 212 South 9th Street, now you can buy your gear online. Log on to store.winningedgeusa.com. That's store.winningedgeusa.com. 11:53 to go in the first half. Glad to have those of you watching on WMIXsports.com who may be sitting on a deck, taking us in, enjoying the cooler temps as we head toward fall.
Young man listening at Northern Illinois University tweeted us early.
Nice. You can follow us at WMIX Sports. We're all over Instagram now at WMIX Sports as well. Find us on SoundCloud, YouTube, Facebook. I think we pretty well almost have it all, even an unadvertised Pinterest. Much to Avery Barton's chagrin over there as he handles the camera duties for WMIXsports.com. Hunter Schrader, probably no opinion back at the WMIX studios here in Mount Vernon. His Rams soccer team should be back in action before we know it.
I believe tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
They're on the road. How about this? 3 of the 4 touchdowns tonight have been a variety of the turnover. After a turnover, the other team takes advantage.
That they do. And what a difference it has made as Miller Gray back to return the punt, or one of those days to return the kickoff. Gets the 20, looking to swing to the outside. He ran a wedge right up the middle. Got past the 20, shy of the 25, where the Rams will have it 1st and 10 with 11:45 to go in the second quarter, trailing 21-7.
Special teams tonight for Althoff. The kickoff team for Althoff, when they get it going, they have pinned Mount Vernon back. When Mount Vernon's able to get a return, only at about the 25-30 yard line, and that is like having a 12th guy on defense. You make that team go 70, 80 yards, and Mount Vernon, with a running offense, really can waste some time back there as well, trying to get back down by 2 touchdowns.
Waith will be split to the right, 1st and 10 for the Rams from their own 24. Far hash spot. It'll be Tyus on the left. Same backs in the set for the Rams. Nope, Jesse Green's in. Inside handoff, though, it looks like to Andrew Heiner. And the Ram linebacker turned running back will get a few yards of the play to make it 2nd down and about 7 or 8 with 11:30 to play here in this half.
DuQuoin Carterville still scoreless. 4 minutes to go in the first half as that one flies off the handle.
A lot of things fly off the handle tonight.
Well, is that so?
Well, I wouldn't say fly off the handle, but falling down and without a handle to my left here as that window looks to be creeping further and further down as this is going to be an off-tackle run. But it looks like we had a fumble, and the Crusaders will recover, and they will have it 1st and 10 deep in Ram territory, and this is not the way you want it to go if you're the orange and black.
Well, this is one of these. You can't be so easy. It's not the holiday season to give that pigskin up so easily, and Mount Vernon right now on their 2nd turnover, block punt, interception, and 2 fumbles now, or 1 fumble, has led to that.
21-7 the score. Althoff another chance to punch one in here as we have 11:07 to go in the second quarter, and timeout on the field, of course, was presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon, trying to get it up here. You're invited to the Medicine Shop's Community Health Fair Saturday morning. That's tomorrow, September 20th at the Mount Vernon Holiday Inn. Take advantage of low-cost lab work, free continental breakfast, and so much more. Call the Medicine Shop for all the details, 242-8776, or just head out tomorrow to the Mount Vernon Holiday Inn. That's simple. 11:07 to go here. 1st and 10 now for the Crusaders. They have it from the Ram 28. Ball is spotted between the hashes. Althoff goes right to left. As you look at your radio or you watch us on your smartphone, tablet, phablet, or your computer, maybe a Mac. Might be a Windows-based PC, maybe for Linux. Linux? I don't remember. Those days have far surpassed me.
Althoff had to take a timeout. They only had 10 guys on the field again. Of course, when you're scoring this many points and you're doing it with 10 guys, you don't need 11 maybe.
Might start a fat as Augustine will work out of the shotgun, empty backfield, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Holden, the man on the left, Young on the right. He's going to have to prepare himself and brace for impact. As looked like the Rams sent 2 rushing. I thought I saw Brighton Bowers, and then looked like Sam Arcuri in on the play. And Brighton Bowers and Sam Arcuri, the leaders of this team in tackles defensively, at least top 5 for Arcuri. And big pressure there leads to 2nd and probably about 15 on the loss.
If there was ever a time, and you keep getting tired of saying the same things over and over again, it's called issues for Mount Vernon. Your back's against the wall. You can't give up any more. You don't want to go down 3 scores to this Crusaders team.
Certainly trying to avoid that here as Augustine was going to play action, it looked like, to the left. And who's that but Brighton Bowers again to come up with a sack. And it'll be 3rd down and long now for Althoff with 10:10 to play in the first half, still 21-7.
That play didn't look good. It looked like when Augustine was going to hand off to the running back, he was supposed to give it, and the running back kind of looked back at him like, wait a minute, why did you not give it to me? That was kind of an interesting play. As darkness settles over the King City here on what has turned out to be an absolutely gorgeous night here for football in 3rd and the railroad tracks for Althoff.
That it is. Augustine looking to roll again. Bowers gives more chase as this one is going to be completed to, what was that? I believe Wills, Christian Wills, I thought it was, number 4, to about the 20. Hester makes the tackle, and it's going to bring up 4th down after the completion. It came up the left side, and now with 9:23 to go in the second quarter, we'll tell you that if you're tired of big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home, and Dix, Ina, Woodlawn, and Mount Vernon. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
Now Althoff at the Rams 28. Definitely have a field goal kicker, can do some damage. Elect to go for it here, knowing their defense, knowing the turnover troubles that Mount Vernon has had. They will go for it here on this 4th and 12.
Can't say I blame them for whatever they're about to do, as they will split off to the left, split off to the right, and we're going to have a delay of game on the Crusaders to push them back to 4th and 18. Ball will move back to their own 36-yard line with 8:50 left to go in the half. Still up 21-7 here from the friendly confines of J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. We are in the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Tyler's. Browse Tyler's new Toyota inventory at tylertoyota.net. See how much you can save with the Tyler Toyota e-discount. Totally Tyler's. Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Have all kinds of scores over the Twitterverse for you. Put some stuff on Instagram before the game, as we did Facebook and Twitter as well. As now looking to punt. Off to the right from Bester, and this one's going to go deep into the far corner of the end zone. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Rams from their own 20. However, all not lost, only down a pair of touchdowns. Big stops by the defense there, and I think your MVP on that drive defensively had to be Brighton Bowers.
That was the key, and Mount Vernon right now has to the defense had done a lot of work for Mount Vernon this year in the first 3+ weeks, and now does it again. Stops Althoff when they take over with possession after a fumble in Rams territory, and now this is a time where the defense has to step up, or the offense has to step up and help out.
Rams in their flexbone offense, split to the left side, Tyus on the right, Waith, and this one is going to be a quick handoff of the inside variety. Using process of elimination, looks like it's going to be about a 3-yard gain for Andrew Heiner, as it'll bring up 2nd and 7, 8:08 to play in this half. Still 21-7. Let's see if the Rams can get the chains moving here as we reach, or getting closer, I should say, to the midway point of this second quarter.
Going to have to get this scored at least 1 touchdown by half. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Reeves under center, split to the left side, split to the right. Miller Gray in motion. Sweep up the left side. He has some running room as he's trying to break to the sideline. Past the 35, still on his feet. Jukes at about the 40. Looks like he's going to be brought down finally at about the 37. So a gain of roughly 14 will move the chains with 7:33 to play. It'll be 1st and 10. Ball on the far hash when we resume play. 21-7 the score.
Only the second first down that Mount Vernon has accomplished here in the game.
Well, the first down was a nice pass play that probably should have been a touchdown and still would not have been a first down. But be that as it may, they get number 2 now with 7:27 to play in the first half. They'll split off Tyus to left. Waith will be on the line. Wing back to the right will be DeMontez Miller Gray, Andrew Heiner, Drew Hester. It'll be Miller Gray in motion. This is going to be an inside handoff to Heiner. Off tackle on the run between the hashes to the 40. Gain of 3. It'll bring up 2nd and 7 with 7:09 to play. First half action from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. You're watching at WMIXsports.com, courtesy of Friend Lake College. They offer over 100 degree and certificate programs for thousands less. See which is right for you with full descriptions at rlc.edu and apply online while you're there. Just some gainers here for the Rams. 2nd and 7. Ball on their own 40. It'll be inside the far hash as Waite comes to the right. Tyus split off to the left. Miller Gray will be in the right slot. Heiner, your tailback, is the quarterback. Going to see what he can get here. And Reeves dances dangerously close with a first down for a gain of about 7 on the dive. And with 6:3 to play, the Rams are dancing with another first down. So 3rd and 1 on the gain of 6er, and it'll be the 6:20 mark of this first half.
Reeves is a nice changeup here tonight, and early on he wasn't able to get a lot of yardage. This time on the keeper, able to get up front and get a few yards. 3rd and short, manageable at midfield, and this is where Mount Vernon's got to obviously get some first downs, keep the ball in their possession for a while.
Need to make some hay on the grass here offensively as we're going to have a flag. Hester is in motion, moving left to right as the Rams move left to right here in the second quarter. It looked like the Crusaders. They did move offsides, and this will be first down for the Rams, 6:01 to play here in the quarter.
A little encroachment that time. The defense for Althoff was coming on a blitz from the right side of the line, the left side for Mount Vernon, and at that point, it was trouble. And they were way too excited at that point.
Triple nickel left on the clock. Second quarter, 5:55 to go. First half action from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. We'll have a Tony Wilt player of the game in our Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show. We'll have some stats and a full scoreboard in our Second Chance Auto halftime. Is in motion. Miller Gray inside handoff. Going to come to Heiner between the tackles at the 40 and the hashes. As he gets down to the 35, dives forward. Extra effort to the 30. As Heiner will get a carry of about 18 yards. And the linebacker again turned running back. Gets a nice gain.
Sometimes you gamble and get it right. Sometimes you don't. And Althoff right now gambling on the ends, trying to get into the backfield to try to disrupt the handoff and the movement of Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon going quickly, going with dives and direct handoffs up the middle right now where Althoff's leaving that open. A good adjustment by the coaching staff to see that. And right now it is working well for the Rams as they're gaining big yardage.
5:15 to play in the first half. 21-7 game. Rams trying to get some offense going here. And this will be another inside handoff. Off tackle to the right for Heiner. Stopped at about the 29 for a gain of 1. 5:04 to play here in the quarter, trailing 21-7. Andrew Heiner glad to help out this running back core. Tony Wilt glad to help your family with all their insurance needs. Give his office a call. Find him on the web at TonyWilt.com. Or look for the white State Farm Jeep around town. It's become a household vehicle. We'll have our player of the game a little bit later on. Brighton Bowers making a case defensively. Heiner had a nice run just a moment ago. Tyus has done well offensively and defensively, so we're going to have a tough choice to make. There's plenty of scores starting to roll in. We'll get some of those just as soon as we can. Presented by Bird Watson Drug. Jylen Rush in motion to line up in the slot on the right side. Reeves, the quarterback under center, and he's going to plow forward on the QB keeper. Now goes a little off tackle there as he's able to get some yards. The first down marker's at the 20. He'll get to about the 21-22 for a gain of about 8 to bring up 3rd and roughly 1 with 4:10 to play in the second quarter.
Well, Mount Vernon has adjusted and found something, and that has been huge here in this ball game. They have done an outstanding job of adjusting here in this quarter, and boy, oh boy, you've got to be impressed with what the coaches have done and the way the players from Mount Vernon have taken the coaching and went the other way with.
Split to the right side is Corvier Meredith for the Rams. Dylan Reeves still working out from under center. Not quite the gain I gave him. It's actually 3rd and 3 from the 23. 3:39 left to go in the half as they're trying to, I think.
Timeout, yep.
They're going to have to burn a timeout trying to get the Crusaders to go off sides, and they had to do that to avoid a delay of game penalty. And this timeout will be brought to you by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy. They're having that event tomorrow at the Mount Vernon Holiday Inn. It's a community health fair. Take advantage of low-cost lab work, free continental breakfast, and so much more. Call the Medicine Shop or just stop by tomorrow there at the Holiday Inn here in Mount Vernon for their health fair. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. As I see quite a few scores rolling in the feed now. Coming in via the text message circuit. .335 left here in the first half, 21-7 game. It'll be 3rd and 3 for the Rams. They saved the delay of game penalty by calling the timeout. You look perplexed. Working hard, multitasking over there. Trying to get the scores arranged. Stay on top of our social media. We are all over it. Find easy access at WMIXsports.com. .335 left to go in the first half. 3rd and 3. Waith back into the game, split off to the right side. Your backs are going to be Andrew Heiner, DeMontez Miller-Gray, and Drew Hester, with the quarterback Dylan Reeves working out from under the center. On the 23-yard line, Ram territory. Miller-Gray's in motion. Sweep to the left side. He'll have first down yardage and more. As he gets to the outside, he's at the 10. Going to bulldoze his way forward to about the 5. That'll be first and goal for the Rams. It looks like they're going to spot it about the 4 for a gain of 19 on the ground.
Well, again, Mount Vernon's found some options, found some things to do, been able to get some things going, and this Rams offense has adjusted. And now the key is that they've adjusted and you get some points. Now's the key going to be, hey, what's going to happen here once Althoff adjusts? Nice job, though, by Mount Vernon to keep this on a nice drive that started deep in their own territory. Mount Vernon marching the other way to the north end zone.
And now with 3:15 left, the quarterback Reeves under center, split to the right side Waith, and it looks like this one's going to go the way of Drew Hester, trying to break to the near sideline, sneaks in the near corner for a touchdown. And that'll make it a 4-yard scamper for the Ram fullback to make it 21-13. And we'll see McGowan, I would assume, for the point after attempt to try to make it a one-score game. Well, it technically is at the moment with a 2-point conversion, but you'll have that.
What a nice drive by Mount Vernon. Tremendous to get that back, run that clock down. Long, grinding out drive makes it 21-13, pinning the extra point.
Reed Millwood on to hold. Dalton McGowan on to kick. With 3:06 left, Rams looking to try to make it a 7-point game. The kick is going to be blocked. It'll stay 8. It's 21-13.
3:06 remaining in the first half. Crusaders 21, Rams 13.
That hurts. With the time left, because now you're guaranteed to score, and you have to score twice. Still, you have to take the lead because 6-2 won't do anything but tie at this point.
So that hurts. It does indeed. With 3:06 left to go in the first half, plenty of time for the Crusaders, who have been able to move the ball quickly through much of the first half. Your community, your choice, your bank, with 5 locations and friends and neighbors on staff who understand your needs. Community First Bank keeps it simple. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. Maybe some interesting scores from around the region when we get to our Second Chance Auto halftime show.
Okay.
Be okay.
One of the interesting ones is Cahokia Marion right now. Marion got it back to within 16-7. Cahokia scored, got it back, and then ran one back for 98 yards on a kickoff. So the Cahokia offensive machine back in motion. That's the thing. Carbondale now trailing Centralia 13-3. DuQuoin Carterville tied at the half at 6, if you can believe that.
This one will be a worm burner back to the 10 for the Crusaders, and this is going to be Beat Bester. He's at the 30, coming back to the near hash, 40. Going to break past midfield. He's at the 45, 40, cuts back between the hashes, makes a nice move at about the 32, spins his way into a stumble at about the same 32-yard line. And Bester had a nice carry, got a little too fancy, a little too Madden-esque, and the video game play cost him a 6-point score.
Sometimes you can move too quickly, your feet can move too fancily, and sometimes you can lose your balance. That's what happened there. One too many cutbacks across the grain trying to get open yardage on the spins, and sometimes you spin yourself into losing your balance, and that's exactly what happened there. But he got the ball down for the Althoff to start at the Rams 34 with under 3 minutes to go in the first half with an opportunity to get another touchdown. As I invent another word, opportunity.
I don't know what I invented earlier, but it wasn't that impressive, as this is going to be a quarterback keeper. Augustine on the fake handoff, runs up the gut. There is a flag at about the 30. However, the play continued all the way to about the 21, and looks like there's a few indications pretty close to me that suggest it's going back.
7 yard, it's going to work out to a 7-yard hold on Althoff. That is my guess from where it was held, and that's what it is. Blocking it back 10 yards. It'll work out to 7 yards, so that'll knock out the first down and also negate the big run as well. Okay. Well, there's some interesting stuff. I don't think our friend's going to go undefeated this week in his picks.
Nah.
He's like me. We picked all the same games.
I think retired coworker might lose 1 or 2 this week. Retired coworker.
Well, I'm telling you, it is. It's
EP.
yeah. There's a lot of A lot of games tonight at halftime will tell you they're coming in fast and furious, but man, oh man, some crazy scores and crazy games.
They'll be brought to you by Bird Watson Drug, one of our new Rams sponsors, and we are glad to have them on this year. They're celebrating an anniversary coming up. Another quarterback keeper on the fake sweep, as this will be Augustine. Between the hashes, rolling around 40, make that 35 to about the 30. So that'll be a gain to the original line of scrimmage at least.
Augustine's such a dual threat right there, and he can keep it. He takes a hit pretty well for a quarterback, and okay, sometimes quarterbacks don't take hits very well, but he does. He takes and keeps on going, and boy, he's a tough guy to bring down once the contact is made.
2:08 left to go here in the first half. It's 21-13 Althoff here in the second. Split to the right side. Keenan Young, right slot will go C.J. Colden. Two backs out of the shotgun here for the quarterback, and he's looking for the pass out to the flat, complete to Colden at about the 37. He's going to try to find running room to the outside. Extra effort past the 30, down to about the 27-28, and it's going to bring up third down for the Crusaders, but they're probably about, I don't know, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, depending upon the spot.
Well, we've been told.
Wow, no, not quite.
Matisse Scott has 193 yards and 2 touchdowns for.
Heard a rumor he's pretty good.
Yeah, we're going to see him in week 9 here.
Heard from their superintendent tonight, wanting to know our score.
Oh, no.
Told him to follow us on Twitter.
No kidding.
Of course, they'll probably, with some phrases and whatnot, tell me he doesn't have Twitter.
What phrases? I can't imagine.
I don't know. Leave it at that. 3rd and 4 on the sweep right to left. Malik Easley trying to break to the near side, but I'm sorry, that was Bester again. Dialed up runs like Easley. Both phenomenal backs. It'll be Hester to bring him down shy of the 25. It'll be maybe a gain of 1 to bring up 4th and about 3. Well, how about Matisse Scott? He'll be in town on Pink Out Night. Get your WMIX Sports Rally Towels with Winning Edge in on that. They'll have Pink Out T-shirts, and, of course, you can purchase jerseys in memorial of someone who may have lost a battle with cancer, or those who have survived or are currently fighting. They'll be worn by the players. You can buy those for a minimum donation of $100 from Julie Hayes, the FBLA advisor here at the high school.
Timeout, Althoff. They're going to serious play here on 4th and 4. Very serious.
You're invited to the Medicine Shops Community Health Fair tomorrow at the Mount Vernon Holiday Inn. Take advantage of low-cost lab work, free continental breakfast, so much more. Stop by tomorrow. That is tomorrow at the Mount Vernon Holiday Inn, and you're celebrating something. And I'm not sure
Effingham's up 27-0 right before half.
Well, yeah.
Options
hey, on Halloween night.
Carterville, DuQuoin tied at the half at 6 at the Sleeping Giant in DuQuoin. Nashville AJ tied at 14. That was late in the second quarter. Sparta over Pinckneyville 6-3 at the half. Heron over Benton in the second 37-0. I don't know if they're quit keeping score or what. Nobody's updating me lately on that one. Harrisburg over Frankfurt 6-0 at the half, and Murphy leads Massac 24-7. That is late in the second quarter.
So now as we get back to the action out of the Medicine Shop timeout, 37.3 seconds left. It's 4th and 4 out of the eye with 2 on the right for Althoff, and it looks like on 4th and 4, the Rams with 37.3 seconds left are going to call it another Medicine Shop timeout. You're invited to their community health fair tomorrow. That's the Mount Vernon Holiday Inn. Take advantage. Low-cost lab work, free continental breakfast, and so much more. Call the Medicine Shop or stop by the Holiday Inn tomorrow. Don't forget you can find scores on Twitter at WMIX Sports or find them on the air, it seems like, probably right now.
AJ now leads Nashville 21-14.
Wow.
That's in the second. Koki over Marion 28-22 with still 6 minutes left in the second. Centralia leads Carbondale at the half 13-3. Carmi led 12-0. Chester came back to lead 14-12 late second. JC over CZR at the half 10-zip. It was Hamco losing to SVWW at the half 20-0. And, of course, El Dorado leads Fulton County, Kentucky 16-0 early in the first quarter, the last update we had.
Bird Watson Drug celebrating 40 years of serving you. A special anniversary celebration at 12th and Main on Saturday, October the 4th. Food, Dippin' Dots, bounce houses, face painting, games, raffles, fun, and more. 10-2. Bird Watson Drug, 12th and Main on October 4th. Out of the eye, 2 to the right. Here for the Crusaders, and somebody jumped. It looks like it was Silvestri and quite a few of the line members for the Crusaders. This will push them back 5. It'll make it 4th and 9 with 37.3 seconds left. Rams trailing 21-13.
Well, Althoff shoots himself in the proverbial foot right there. Jumped early. Everybody forgot the snap count, and unfortunately for them, they go from 4th and manageable to 4th and double-digit yards.
Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of high school sports here on WMIX. With 5 Jefferson County branches and responsive quality service for all of your accounts, Community First Bank would like to be the first to say, welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC. Silvestri out of the shotgun. Single back set, going to roll to the right, giving chase. Miller Gray. He is pressured, and he will overthrow. Is almost tipped away, and it is. The Rams looked like initially they would tip it to the receiver, but it's going to be intercepted by, it looks like, Xavier Tyus, who just put his name back into the hat for player of the game.
Double coverage. Very confused by that throw. Augustine got flushed out to the right, threw into double coverage, and 2 Mount Vernon Rams were there defending and fighting over the football, and simply you can't throw it through people, and Augustine learned a lesson there with his second pick of the night that he has thrown.
That's the second pick for Tyus tonight. He came up with a big catch after that the first time. We'll see what happens here. 1st and 10 from the Mount Vernon 26. That's where the play happened there on the far side. It'll be spotted on the far hash as a result. And the Rams will split off. Tyus to the left, Waith to the right. Backs are Miller Gray, Heiner, and Hester as Reeves is going to roll forward here. And he's still on his feet at about the 40. Came off tackle to the near side, got to about the 45. Clock will stop to move the chains with 20 and a half seconds left. All right.
That's another big run there. And Mount Vernon, Dylan Reeves, some of your fans texting in, letting us know some thoughts. And Mount Vernon right now, Dylan Reeves has been able to get a lot of yards as the Rams burn another timeout.
You're invited to the Medicine Shops Community Health Fair tomorrow morning at the Mount Vernon Holiday Inn. It's low-cost lab work, free continental breakfast. So much more tomorrow at the Mount Vernon Holiday Inn. It's past the top of the hour. We'll pause for station identification. This is Rams Radio.
WMIXsports.com or crank us up on WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Wizards Broadcasting.
Free is just the way that we like it. Oh, cow. Yeah. Wow. How about that?
I don't know what you do.
I read it for one.
Well, one is it's the second quarter, still going at Heron. The Tigers lead Benton 51-0, and they have yet to get to halftime.
That's intense.
Carmine now over Chester 18-14 with a few minutes left in that second quarter as that game goes back and forth.
Another Bird Watson drug scoreboard update as the Rams come out of the timeout huddle with 20 and a half seconds left. Split all the way to the left is Xavier Tyus. Split to the right is going to be Derek Waith. Quarterback Reeves. Let's see what he has to work with here. Different set of backs in the backfield, including, it looks like, Darius Johnson. He's looking for the quick play to Waith, complete at midfield. He's going to try to make his way out of bounds. The ball goes out of bounds, but the body does not. So now, with no timeouts left, the Rams are going to have to hurry up and rush a play, and they are nowhere near ready with 8 seconds left. 1st and 10 from the Althoff 47. And now they spike the football on 1st and 10 with 1.9 seconds left and so much valuable time off of the clock because they can't get out of bounds. It was a great effort by Waith, but not much he could do.
Clock management with no timeouts. The ball fumbled out. He did not. That's why the clock kept going, as you mentioned. And now Mount Vernon will have 47 yards on one final play. And unfortunately for the right-hand quarterback, he can't roll to the short side of the field because there's not a lot of room to roll. So if he runs to the left, you have to angle your blocks, let him get set, and then throw forward from the left side to use the wide side of the field.
So the backs will now be Hester, Heiner, and Miller Gray. Miller Gray will be in the right slot. Split to the left is Tyus. Waits still back out on the right. Reeves under center. 1.9 seconds left. They're going to try to see if Miller Gray can do something. Out of the backfield, he'll charge up the left side. He's going to make a few plays here. They're going to chase from behind as he gets to about the 40, and I see a flag. And I don't think the flag will matter now as time expires.
Unless, they'll decline it. Let Mount Vernon run out the clock. Miller Gray will get credited for the first down, and we will move on to halftime.
There you go. After 2 quarters of play, the Mount Vernon Rams trail the Althoff Crusaders 21-13. We'll take a break. We'll come back with your Second Chance Auto halftime show. This is Rams football, powered by Community First Bank.
The Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon is inviting you to their community health fair. Join us Saturday, September 20th at the Holiday Ballroom in Mount Vernon. Not going to meet your deductible? Take advantage of the low-cost lab work that Saturday morning. PSA test only $27. CDC $10. PSA test $25. And liver test $20. We'll have speakers and seminars discussing many new and exciting topics. Eric Black will talk about hormone replacement therapy. Dr. David Asbury will discuss robotic surgery technology. There's healthy cooking demonstrations beginning at 9 a.m. A free continental breakfast will be served, and free tote bags will be given away to the first 500 guests. Save the date, Saturday, September 20th, from 7:30 till 11 a.m. It's the Medicine Shop's Community Health Fair at the Holiday Inn Ballroom and Atrium in Mount Vernon. Call us, 618-242-8776 for more information.
Looking for a free checking account that still offers rewards for doing the things you already do? Introducing Cha-Ching. This is business Happy with People's National Bank. We want you to get the most out of your money, which is why we offer Cha-Ching Cashback Checking. Cha-Ching Cashback lets you earn 2% on all your debit card purchases. We'll even refund your ATM fees nationwide. There's never a minimum balance for any of your Cha-Ching Cashback rewards. Stop by People's National Bank. Details on our new Cha-Ching Checking. Qualifications and rules apply. Member FDIC.
Learn to live healthy, learn to live well, and learn how you can live free from unexpected medical expense with a major medical expense policy from Beacon Insurance and the Page Agency. Health insurance that covers hospital, medical, and surgical expenses offers a wide choice of deductibles and a non-tobacco user discount, too. Rising medical costs don't have to be a problem with a major medical expense policy from Beacon Insurance. This is coverage we hope you'll never need, but you just can't be without. Call the Page Agency at 242-7000 about a major medical health insurance plan today.
Are you interested in a career in the culinary arts but can never afford the high cost of cooking school? Red Lake College has a low-cost recipe for success. For as little as $5,500 per year, you can get a quality culinary arts education in your own backyard. That even includes books, tuition, class fees, and supplies. Learn to master domestic fare, in-fruit, and foreign cuisine in Ina, Illinois. Save thousands on a culinary arts education at Red Lake College. For more information, log on to rlc.edu/culinary arts.
Second Chance Auto in Mount Vernon offers great quality cars at bank rate financing. That's great news. Who else in the area can offer you that? For nearly 35 years, they've been helping people with good and not so good credit get a good vehicle at a good price. Just make your payments on time, and they'll save you thousands of dollars on the total price of your vehicle. Find out if you qualify by calling Jimmy and the crew at Second Chance Auto today at 244-4582. Second Chance Auto. Or stop by Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. You won't be disappointed.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Football from WMIX Sports. The Second Chance Auto Halftime Show starts now.
We welcome you back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com, here at the half from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. The Mount Vernon Rams trail the Althoff Crusaders by a score of 21-13. So glad to have you with us. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. We'll have plenty to talk about here on your Second Chance Auto halftime show. What other buy here, pay here dealer in the area can save you hundreds, even thousands on the total cost of your vehicle? Second Chance Auto can. Stop by their impressive lot and find out more. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. 21-13 to score here at the break in D.C. It was a half of haves and have-nots for the Rams. Seemed like turnovers led to the bulk of the points for both teams in the game. Rams came up with some big turnovers, but so did the Crusaders.
Well, I really liked Mount Vernon midway through, and then they gave up some scores, and you can't feel too bad about where they're at, but you have to be concerned with, again, they give up the time, they give up some big plays, and then, of course, that allows other teams like Althoff to take advantage, and it's very frustrating. It's just one of those deals where you just have to, if you're Mount Vernon, keep plugging away and keep trying. You have to keep this score at 8 points or less. I think if you go down by more than 8 in this second half, it's going to be very difficult for Mount Vernon to come back quickly on this Althoff team, especially with the way they move the ball around the field.
Well, it will be indeed, and we need to take a break here from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. This is your Second Chance Auto halftime show. It's Althoff 21, Mount Vernon 13. And this is Mount Vernon Football from WMIX Sports.
Automartis Salem is your local buy here, pay here person. My name is Matt Collier, and I am the manager of Automartis Salem. If you're in need of a vehicle, no matter what credit history, we accept all credit applications. To buy here, pay here. It really is. Contact me, Matt Collier, next door to Salem, on 548-8611. Find us on Facebook. Go to automartissalem.com.
Rams fans, check out the Rams apparel at Winning Edge. They have the largest supply of MVPHS t-shirts, hoodies, golf shirts, caps, bags, and more. If you can't find the right item, they'll customize it for you. In addition to great selection of brand gear. Winning Edge specializes in screen printing and embroidery, which are the longest-lasting promotional items. Winning Edge will get you the right activewear for your business, school, or event and will help you make a lasting impression. Find Winning Edge downtown at 212 South 9th Street, on the web at winningedgeusa.com and on Facebook.
Streaming worldwide at WMIXsports.com. This is Mount Vernon Rams Football from WMIX Sports.
Welcome back. J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium, the Mount Vernon Rams trailing here at the half by a score of 21-13. With a speechless Danny Czerwinski on Chris Hugo.
I'm back in it now. The off-air conversations are sometimes classic around here.
Sometimes the off-air stuff's better than the on-air product.
Oh, yeah.
And it can still actually go on air because there's no profanity or anything like that. It's just sometimes it's classic.
Yeah, you hear
in this case,
rim
though,
shot and cymbal and go on.
In this case, though, we are definitely hoping for a classic comeback for the Mount Vernon Rams. So they trailed 21-13 at the half. We told you before taking a break that there were a lot of positives for the Rams. And, I mean, they got some things done offensively in that first half. A nice drive after the Tyus interception led to a nice pass. Probably he was in for a touchdown, but, knee hit the pylon. Did the ball break the – I don't know. I'm not going to get into any of that. But allowed a Dylan Reese 1-yard touchdown run just a moment later, and the Rams seemed to be in business at that point. Gave up 2 Althoff touchdowns in succession, but then came back to get one of their own a little bit later on, and the Rams sit down 1 score here at the break.
And again, it sounds like a broken record for those of you that have heard of records. It just keeps repeating itself. Maybe a scratch CD for the current group or whatever, but this is one of those things that we've talked about with the Rams this year is the fact that they come out ready to go, a couple mental lapses, the other team gets ahead, now they have to fight back and battle back, and that's kind of where they're at right now. If you're Mount Vernon, is you've got to battle yourself back into this ball game, and unfortunately for the Rams, they find themselves down again, and a case of having to keep the lead at 8 points or less to have an opportunity to do something in this game.
If you're tired of big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home at Dixon, Woodlawn, and Mount Vernon. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Remember, FDIC, I'm enjoying the Paul Simon medley down there by the Mount Vernon Rams marching band. I want to know if I can call you Al. Probably not, but I can call somebody Al, as we will figure it out, as we have quite a few celebrities.
Celebrities everywhere.
There's quite a few Ram athletes. We'll talk about some more Ram athletes when we come back. We need to take a break. This is the Second Chance Auto Halftime Show, Rams Football, presented by Community First Bank.
I have been suffering with carpal tunnel for years, coping with the symptoms of tingling in my fingers and gradually getting worse to the total numbness of my fingers were so numb and swollen, I couldn't even bend them. It was waking me up several times at night, and I was exhausted all day.
If this sounds familiar, you may be suffering from a condition called carpal tunnel syndrome. Dr. Ahn at the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois specializes in treatment of the hand and wrist and treats carpal tunnel as well as treatment of the shoulder and elbow. He performs a minimally invasive procedure on patients who fail to respond to non-surgical methods of treatment. Endoscopic carpal tunnel release is a surgical treatment used to minimize pain, reduce scarring, reduce therapy, and allows patients to resume normal activities in a short period of time. Endoscopic surgery is a highly effective treatment and has been used for more than 20 years. For an appointment, please call Dr. Ahn at the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois at 242-3778 or visit us online at orthocenter-si.com.
It's Chevy Truck Month at Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac in Mount Vernon. Now through September 30th, you can receive up to $9,500 in total value discounts, plus a 5-year or 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and free 2-year or 24,000-mile maintenance. Check out the Chevy Silverado. It's the hardest working, longest lasting truck on the market. We need good pre-owned trucks. We'll give you top dollars for your trade-in at Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Watch the Rams online at WMIXsports.com. Powered by Red Lake College.
Watching online at WMIXsports.com. Glad to have those of you at AM 940 WMIX. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski, your Second Chance Auto halftime show. And as we talk about Second Chance Auto, longtime sponsors of Rams Radio, which Buy Here, Pay Here dealership offers the largest selection of quality, dependable vehicles in one location and at a great price, and family owned and operated for 35 years. Well, the answer is Second Chance Auto. Stop by their impressive lot at Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. 21-13, Althoff at the half. We have your halftime stats.
Well, Mount Vernon has 7 first downs. Althoff only has 4. and a lot of offense, the way the field has been set up. Turnovers, Mount Vernon 2, Althoff 3. Penalties, Mount Vernon 3 for 46. That happened all in the first 5 minutes of the game. Althoff 7 for 42 yards, so the Hankies have been flying. Rushing department, Mount Vernon 108 yards to Althoff's 116. Because of sacks and loss of yardage, Althoff only had -7 in the second quarter. Mount Vernon had 39 yards passing to 33 for Althoff, so your total yards at the half. Althoff actually leads 149 to 147 and leads on the most important stat, 21-13 in points at the half.
It is important indeed, and we have plenty more to talk about on your Second Chance Auto Halftime Show. Maybe get you a scoreboard update sponsored by Bird Watson Drug. We'll do all of that and more. We need to take another break for the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. This is the Second Chance Auto Halftime Show from WMIX Sports.
There's no other Toyota dealership like it in the region. It's totally technical, chic, and totally new.
Tyler Toyota. Like car heaven.
It's totally brand new.
Totally built for you.
Welcome to Tyler Toyota, the best car and truck buying experience in Southern Illinois. Totally. We're celebrating the grand opening. Newly renovated and highly celebrated Tyler Toyota. Totally. Don't just dream about a better job. Go get it with scores of programs that take 2 years, 1 year, or even just a few months to complete. Red Lake College is your gateway to a career you'll love. From nursing to coal mining, from computer programming to cosmetology, and everything in between. Red Lake College is affordable, convenient, and ready to get you trained for your new job fast. Call us at 618-437-5321 or visit us at rlc.edu.
Find us on Facebook. This is Rams Football from WMIX Sports.
Welcome back, AM 940 and WMIXsports.com. It is your Second Chance Auto Halftime Show. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Plenty of high school football action going down tonight. It is week 4, but it is week 1 in the 6-team conference season. Quite a bit going on around the Apollo, the South 7, the River to River, the Black Diamond. Black Diamond's always been in their conference season, but that's here nor there as we take a look at your Bird Watson Drug scoreboard.
We'll start in the South 7 tonight at the half. Koki and Marion tied at 28. At the half, 13-3 Centralia over Carbondale. Black Diamond Carmi leads Chester 18-14 near half. JC over CZR at the half, 10-0. Hamilton County trails SVWW on the road 26-7 at the half. And El Dorado leads Fulton County, Kentucky in the second quarter 24-0. In the River to River, it's 6-6 Carterville and DuQuoin in Perry County at the half. AJ leads Nashville 21-14 at the half. Pinckneyville trails Sparta on the road 6-3 at the half. Heron all over Benton 58-0 at the half. Harrisburg over West Frankfort at the half 6-0, and at the half Murphy over Massac 31-13. Scores of interest in the second quarter. Mater Dei leads Week 9 Ram opponent Mount Carmel 26-14 in the second. Highland, after being off for 6 days and one forfeit loss, leads Jersey 21-0 in the second. It is Triad leading Civic 17-14 at the half, and Mascoutah leads Waterloo 14-7 at the half.
Interesting scores from around the area tonight. 21-13, Althoff on top here. That was the Bird Watson Drug scoreboard. Enjoy the convenience of drive-through service at both Bird Watson Drug locations. Visit Bird Watson Drug at 12th and Main and 34th and Broadway in Mount Vernon. They take care of our out-of-town scores on these WMIX Sports broadcasts. We need to take another break. When we come back, it'll be warm-up time for the two teams on the field, and we'll warm you up for half number 2 of high school football. Althoff 21, Mount Vernon 13. We'll take a break and come back. This is Rams Football from WMIX Sports.
At Vantera, we understand that banking is a relationship. It's a friendly face that knows your name, understands your needs, supports your goals. Vantera offers a complete range of personal and business banking products with competitive rates and loans that range from small projects to multi-million-dollar opportunities. We offer conveniences such as online banking, mobile banking, and direct deposit. For a strong community bank with exceptional customer service, Vantera is a smart choice for your banking needs. Vantera Bank, a proud supporter of Southern Illinois high school sports. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
America is a nation on wheels. Everyone has at least one automobile. We use them for shopping, work, everything we do. But they can be a threat. Some accidents can't be prevented. Your professional Pekin Insurance Agency, Page Insurance on Crown View in Mount Vernon, can help protect you from a large financial loss when an accident happens. Call Page Insurance today at 242-7000 about low-cost auto insurance from Pekin Insurance. Ask them about the many money-saving discounts that are available. Depends on your hometown professionals. Pekin Insurance.
Your home for the Mount Vernon Rams is WMIX Sports, powered by Community First Bank.
Welcome back, J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium here at the half. Second Chance Auto halftime show. 21-13 the score. The Rams trailing the Althoff Crusaders. Glad to have those of you with us. I'm Chris Hugo, Danny Czerwinski alongside Avery Barton taking care of the camera at WMIXsports.com. We have Hunter Schrader back at our Mount Vernon studio. Glad to have Boyd Ballard, new Rams wrestling coach, watching at WMIXsports.com. Some of the Bats families tuned in. Nick Bats, who took the CZR Bearcats to the playoffs back in 08. His two wonderful children, the rambunctious Hayes and his lovely infant daughter Peyton, tuned in somehow tonight. Jeff Lonan and his better half are watching us on WMIXsports.com as well. Glad to have all of you and more accessing our broadcast tonight. Second Chance Auto brings you the halftime show, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Largest selection of pre-owns priced under $10,000 in one location. It's Second Chance Auto. We're at 142 East. DC, they're warming up back on the field now, conditioning, as they say. Rams down 8 at the break. It'll be Althoff football to start. Last thing the Rams can afford to do here is give a score.
And that's been the game. I mean, that's kind of the critique, however I'm trying to say it. If Mount Vernon gets down by more than 8 points, that's when trouble ensues, and that's an issue right there. You have to keep this Althoff team within 8 points or less, and that's the limit. And that's where Mount Vernon finds themselves at right now is you have to do that, and you have to get yourself going. And for Mount Vernon here, it's an important first 5 minutes, first drive. Mount Vernon has to be able to get something going here offensively. I think the defense has done a very good job. I just think the offense has to have drives like they had to get back to within 8 points. And, again, the missed extra point, you leave one out there, and for that, that's an issue. And Mount Vernon, if they score, will have to go for 2 to tie and hopefully get in this game. This is a whole new ball game. And, again, quick play, quick strike potential for Althoff. Mount Vernon has done a pretty good job of keeping it in check. We'll see what happens here in this second half.
I think we're going to see a lot of things happen in this second half, and it should definitely be interesting.
So many interesting scores. I mean, DuQuoin and Carterville tied at 6 at a half. I guarantee people are losing money on the gambling boards there. And Murphy now leads Massac 38-13 at the half as Murphy looks to continue their winning ways to go 3-1 on the year. Of interest, SVWW leads at half 26-7. Carmi leads Chester 18-14 at half, and a lot closer game to what many people thought. And Matisse Scott has 193 yards and 2 touchdowns for Centralia as they lead at Carbondale 13-3. Interesting scores here, and it's hard to believe, I think, when you think about it. We are 4 weeks done, 1 month into the high school football season here after tonight, or after tomorrow when Fairfield plays Avita Goreville. It is quick how fast the high school season goes, and Mount Vernon, again, their defense will have to stop Althoff out of the gate here to start the second half.
Well, and they will, and we'll see what happens as the Crusaders will start with the football here in half number 2. Return man Keenan Young, the far man at about the 10-yard line, stands to the right side. Bester, the left man, he's actually further back at about the 7. It'll be Dylan Reeves, the quarterback, on to kick off. 21-13, this will be a legal procedure, attempted onside kick, but it'll be out of bounds, and a flag on the play subsequently.
When you build these things and you set up the scaffolding of a game, you start with watching film, you start with the reps, you start going through getting ready mentally, physically in game night, then you get up and you got to make plays on the field. And that's kind of where what happens here tonight is Mount Vernon has to start doing those things, putting them together more consistently. That will cost them 5 yards there, their 4th penalty of the night. And the Hankies have been getting grass stains tonight, have a yellowish green flavor to them here in this ball game. Johnston City now leads CZR 17-0, and that's team, the Bearcats, kind of a team that's kind of disappointed some people. They were expecting big things in that part of Franklin County.
They were indeed, and big things expected by the Crusaders here. 1st and 10 from their own 35, and it's going to be an inside handoff to Malik Easley, I believe, the initial ball carrier, or the ball carrier, as he went off tackle to the inside toward the near hash, got to maybe about the 36 or 37. Short gain, it'll bring up 2nd and about 8 for the Crusaders. 11:44 to play here in quarter number 3. Overjoyed to have you on WMIXSports.com or right here on your radio. Give us a follow on Twitter or Instagram. 2nd and 8. Now for the Crusaders. Split to the left side. It'll be Jordan Goodwin. Split off to the right. It'll be Keenan Young. The quarterback, Augustine. Single back set. Back is to the right as the ball is spotted on the near hash. 2nd and 8 from their own 37. And this is going to be sweep for Easley up the right side. Bobbing and weaving through traffic. It looks like a one-handed tackle by Gage Burrows, who initiated the contact. Could be a tackle for loss to bring up 3rd down.
That was a great play by the Mount Vernon's defense right there. Good pursuit from the backside to not allow the cutback. And that is one of those where Mount Vernon has to be very happy defensively now. And it's 3rd and 9, and a first big play for the second half for the Rams comes here to try to keep Althoff from scoring and give up the football here.
10:48 to play in the 3rd quarter. Some things are just too big to fit.
I know.
I'll get it figured out, though.
I looked over and saw something. I went, uh-oh. So
Isaiah Williams split to the left side for the Crusaders out of the empty backfield. Shotgun is the quarterback, Augustine. He's looking to the near side. He's rolling to the left side. Giving chase to Montez Miller-Gray. He'll have to cut back and swallowed up by the wall of Rams, Miller-Gray included, is the quarterback, Augustine. It'll be 3rd and forever for Althoff as the play went all the way back to the 30. It'll be a loss of 5, so not forever.
The blitz came from his side that he could see. And when Augustine rolled out to the left, again, a right-handed quarterback rolling to the left, he got over here to the short side, was running out of real estate, didn't have anybody open, saw receivers not trailing him. Their receivers started to stand still. He tried to reverse course. The backside blitz was coming to cover him up, and a sack for the Mount Vernon Rams.
Of course, now the punt coming on 4th and 15. Tyus, no hope, no clue on that one, as that one's going to take an Althoff bounce beyond the 20, well to the outside at about the 18, but that's okay. The Rams will have 1st and 10.
You can tell that the IHSA has switched from Bodden to Wilson because those balls will roll forever.
They're good.
Wilson balls, like golf balls, will roll forever. They're rock hard, and that ball hit that turf and just kept turning over. There was no spinach there at all, and right now Mount Vernon will take it over after the defense did another great job of stopping Althoff, and Mount Vernon's drive to try to tie the game begins here. How will the Rams come out? I'm interested to see the Althoff adjustments defensively, see if they've stopped that running game up the middle towards their A-gaps, because that's what Althoff was leaving available. They were coming from the wide side on the blitz.
As now Reeves, the quarterback, was working out from under center and will lost it. Looked like he fumbled the football on the carry. Althoff picks it up, looking to run it into the end zone. And that happened quickly as Bryson strong on the quarterback, Dylan Reeves, and it turns into a fumble and then 6, and it's now 27-13. Like I said, it happened quickly. Reeves lost the football and looked almost as if he faked the handoff or pulled it back or something. We're not totally sure what exactly happened on the play without the perspective of instant replay, but it turns into 6 more Althoff points, and what you didn't want to happen happened.
Yep. Strip play. Great play by Bryson Strong. He showed some strength to strip that football. And the Crusaders take the air out of the balloon. Just when you had something going, a physical mistake leads to more points for the Crusaders.
Point after, almost blocked. It's sky high. There's a flag.
Extra point is good from
Hello.
Goggins.
It's Goggin will
Third period is the Crusaders 28.
make it 28-13. Althoff on top. You can find the Saturday Sports Show tomorrow right here on AM 940. It's after the 8 o'clock news, or listen to it online at WMIXSports.com. It'll have quite a variety of guests and sports discussed tomorrow.
Well, a lot of sports, a lot of stuff to talk about. We're going to talk a little volleyball, cross country, of course, football. And hard to believe, when I look back at the scores, we've had 6 touchdowns tonight. 4 of them have been on turnovers. And one of them, the 5th one, was on a block punt. So every time a team is messed up, the other team is taking advantage. Problem is, Althoff has been the one to take the most advantage here early on.
Well, many of their points have come off of turnovers. 9:32 to play in the third, 28-13. And if you're looking for the silver lining, it's that the Rams at least get the football back here. Can they hang on? We hope so. as Miller Gray is going to be the left man back deep, and it looks like I thought I saw Darius Johnson. So more than likely, because they get to kick off at the 45 in Ram territory after the penalty, it'll be a touchback.
That would be that, or they might onside kick because Mount Vernon's not taking much to take with the football, so they may onside kick here and try their luck. Effingham up on Charleston 34-0.
Interesting.
As the Hearts try to give us options on Week 10.
Charleston struggling. They won the first game against Rantoul last year as well, and they lost 8 after that. Certainly appear to be on that road right now. Goggin will attempt the kickoff.
Okay.
And this one could split the uprights.
It was good from 55. Teed it off at the 45. 10 plus is 55. That was good. I was shocked by that. I thought Althoff would onside kick, being that their defense had done so well. But again, you get up by a score 28-13. You get an opportunity to make Mount Vernon go. However, that's 2 scores. You have to get a 2-point conversion and an extra point to get back into a tie. That's a lot of time Mount Vernon's going to have to use to get back into this one if they don't get things going quickly.
Of course, if you're tired of big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home, and Dixon and Woodlawn in Mount Vernon. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC. The Rams will split off Tyus to the left side. Quarterback Reeves under center. Running back personnel are Heiner, Hester, and Miller Gray. Miller Gray came into today's game about 800 yards shy of the career rushing record held by Joel Rush. And now in motion is the aforementioned Miller Gray. Reeves will hand off to Heiner, who will put his head down and get a few extra yards. And on the extra effort, dives past the 25 inside the near hash to about the 27.
Sorry, thought that was mine. I was worried about my cord being close to our equipment, and I looked down and said, no, that's not mine. How about Andrew Heiner making a name for himself tonight for the player of the game, getting big yardage rushing tonight. 9 carries tonight, getting near 50 yards.
Of course, Tony Wilt will help your family with all their insurance needs. Give us off a call. Find them on the web at TonyWilt.com. We're looking for the State Farm Jeep around town. And this was a QB sneak on 3rd down. 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. It's okay, the marker was turned pretty quickly. It'll be 3rd and 2 now with 8:46 to play in the quarter. All right. So interesting to see how that all shakes out. The 8:36 mark of the 3rd quarter. 28-13 the score. 15-point lead for Althoff. Tyus will go to the left. Waith will be on the end to the right side. And quarterback Reeves will be under center with Miller Gray in motion. This is going to be a turnaround handoff coming to Andrew Heiner, who plunges forward along the hash. Looks like he has enough as he gets a gain of about 5.
He continues. He was not much blocking up front. It was one of those deals where Heiner had to earn that one, a couple of hard hits. Metamora leading our friends from Washington 28-7 in the 2nd quarter.
That's interesting.
Yeah, Metamora was down last year. They're tired of that. That took 1 year. Rochester over Glenwood 28-0 in the 3rd. I know that's a shock.
Yeah, I know, right?
Rochester looking for the 5-peat.
7:56 to play in the 3rd here. Rams down 15. Hester is in motion. Pitch is going to come to the right side on a sweep. Got back to looked like maybe close to the line of scrimmage, if not a short loss. It'll bring up 2nd down. 7:45 to play in the 3rd. Scoreboard updates presented by Bird Watson Drug. They celebrate 40 years of serving you. A special anniversary celebration at 12th and Main on Saturday, October 4. They'll have food, Dippin' Dots, bounce houses, face painting, games, raffles, fun, and more. It's from 10 to 2 at Bird Watson Drug, 12th and Main, Mount Vernon. They celebrate 40 years of service Saturday, October the 4th. They also celebrate our scoreboard update. 7:46 to play in the 3rd here. 28-13. Rams trailing. Split left and right now for Jared Shaner's offense. In motion, Miller Gray. Sweep to the left side. He finds a seam. Breaks in at the 40. Trying to get to the outside at the 45. Shy of midfield. He'll be pushed toward the sideline. It'll be a gain of about 12, perhaps. It'll be 1st and 10 now for the hyphen with 7:34 left in the 3rd.
I think if you're Mount Vernon at this point, down 15, clock going to roll after the 1st down, you're going to have to call multiple plays or get people up to the line as quickly as possible, and get things going and save some of these precious minutes and seconds, because if you're going to continue to run the football like this, you're going to use a lot of time, and you're going to have to get some quick scores.
You have the winning ticket. Come to the
1st and 10, far hash from the Mount Vernon 48. Left to right go the Rams. Looking for the quick pass to Waith, and it's a hand in on that by Cody Harris, the senior defensive back. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 as it fell incomplete as it was tipped at about midfield. 7:19 to play in the third as the clock stops.
Cody Harris had visions and dreams of pick 6 going the other way. That ball was out to the side there. He read the pattern and the play very well, came through and tipped it. Luckily for Mount Vernon, he didn't get it go the other way to the south end zone for a touchdown. Very close.
A sparse Mount Vernon crowd silent at this point. 2nd and 10. Ball in Mount Vernon territory on their own 48. Reeves under center. Miller Gray in motion right to left. Inside handoff. Heiner off tackle up the gut. Dives past midfield to about the 49, maybe the 48. It'll be a gain of about 3 to 4. It'll be 3rd and 6 or 7. Here for the Rams as the clock will drop below the 7-minute mark here in the quarter. Video at WMIXsports.com. Presented by Rend Lake College. They're a nationally ranked community college that can save you thousands with smaller class sizes and over 100 degree and certificate programs. Your journey starts here. Apply online at rlc.edu. They're having an open house on October the 9th. Don't know what you want to be? Be a warrior. Head to Rend Lake College's Ina campus. Find out more on their website, rlc.edu. And this one looked like maybe a reverse. Is this going to come? Jylen Rush, near side. Broke past the 45 to about the 44. Looks like a gain of roughly 5. It'll still be 4th down, but it'll be 4th and short. Maybe 4th and a long, too. With 6:30 to play here in the third. Down 28-13.
Well, what can Mount Vernon do? That play set up this one, basically. You run a little reverse there, try to get something going the other way on your receiver handoff and see what happens.
6:02 to play in the third, 28-13 as we have a flag on the false start. This will push the Rams back to 4th and 7.
Well, bright lights showing up here. The light's taking effect.
No.
Yeah, I know. Look at that.
That's got to be a UFO beam or something.
Well, that's what was shot there. An interesting picture put up on Twitter.
We also have some photos going up on Instagram. Give us a follow there. Both are at WMIX Sports. Funny how that works out.
I know, and that's something.
When you brand something as an entity.
Appreciate
Easy to find.
All the new followers tonight on Twitter as well. As we move along, Mount Vernon lost 5 yards there. Now with that 5-yard penalty, that backed them out of trying to go for it. And now they will have to punt the football with under 6 minutes to go in the third. So time starting to become an frenemy of Mount Vernon.
No doubt about that.
Well, that will change to an enemy, and now we have a timeout.
Rams had no choice. Play clock, although it's not in use, still there, and it was winding down. Timeouts presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, Dr. Eric Black and staff, of course. 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon, also TMS Mobility and Rehab. Stop by and see them tomorrow at the Mount Vernon Holiday Inn. It will be their community health fair. Take advantage, low-cost lab work, free continental breakfast, and so much more. Mount Vernon Holiday Inn tomorrow.
That there was a case, I believe, if I am able to count without taking my shoes off, that's a case of, Mount Vernon only had 10 guys out for the punt. The is Metamora now leads Washington 30-7 near half. Woo! Metamora says, I'll show you something or two. On what has turned out to be an absolutely gorgeous night here in the King City. Fall weather trying to creep in as we head into the, hard to believe, the last full week of September is next week.
Your Second Chance Auto halftime show is the halfway point of the season next week.
Isn't that crazy?
How about that?
We'll be in Williamson County already lining up some things before the game with our friends from Marion.
We best be able to do that. It looks like the Crusaders now are going to call a timeout. 4th and 7 is a scenario from the Mount Vernon 49. The ball's on the near hash. 5:36 left in the third quarter. 28-13, Crusaders on top, and we extend that invitation once again to the Medicine Shops Community Health Fair tomorrow morning at the Mount Vernon Holiday Inn. Again, low-cost lab work, free continental breakfast, and more. That's tomorrow at the Mount Vernon Holiday Inn. With all these timeouts, we may still be here tomorrow.
It's interesting because that's twice tonight. One team takes a timeout, then the other one does. And this is a night of interesting games, and, I mean, we are one of the games that's kind of ahead of most people. Sparta driving on Pinckneyville, looking to go up by 10, but they still lead 6-3. Harrisburg looking to go get their first win of the year at Frankfort, 14-0. That's one of the scores. Of course, Pocahontas and Marion are tied at a half at 28. And Centralia leads Carbondale at the half on the road 13-3. 3.
Another Bird Watson Drug scoreboard update. Rams trying to continue this drive. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios is driven by Tyler's. Visit the new and improved Tyler's locations just west of Interstate 57 and 64 in Mount Vernon. Tyler's Toyota and Tyler's Buick GMC. Totally new. Totally Tyler's. Reeves, the quarterback, under center. 4th and 7 from their own 49. He's going to roll to the left side. Giving chase is the defensive end. Going to dump off a pass to Miller Gray through his hands. Contact from Keenan Young. Turnover on downs. It'll be 1st and 10 Althoff from the Mount Vernon 49.
That was one through the hands. There was some footsteps creeping in from behind, and that ball goes through the hands. And Mount Vernon again will have to punt and try to get the football back quickly as that clock becomes more of an enemy than a frenemy at this point.
Frenemy, just like Fabulous.
Well, I took that from a storyline from the pro wrestling business, but I thought that was a good one to take care of there. Carterville now leads DuQuoin 9-6. Indians fighting tough, trying to keep from going 1-3 on the year.
Augustine out of the shotgun. Quick handoff Malik Easley, and that gap was closed up in a hurry by the Rams line and linebackers to bring up 2nd and maybe 9.5 for Althoff on the short gain by Easley. 5:17 to play in the 3rd. The ball at midfield between the hashes. 28-13 Althoff on top, and I'm not going to say that Althoff's dominated the game. They haven't by any stretch, but they've pretty well dominated the game.
All the funny stuff on Twitter.
You can follow us at WMIX Sports. We're on Instagram, SoundCloud, YouTube, Facebook. Find it all at WMIXSports.com. All of Saturday Sports are right here. Same dial location, same web address tomorrow. Handoff easily up to the right side. Malik's going to try to break to the outside. There's going to be a seam, and there's also a flag in the backfield as this is going to be carried to about the 30 down to the 25, and we'll see where the judge is going to stand here to spot the football, but it may not matter with the flag so deep in the backfield.
It'll be an 8-yard penalty once it gets done, and Althoff will move it back 8 yards. Field goal by Carterville makes it 9-6 now, and then, of course, Nashville trailing on the road at AJ 21-14. So many interesting games in Week 4 tonight. I mean, it is so interesting to see these scores come in and see what's going on. Harrisburg leads Frankfort at the end of 3-14-0 as the Bulldogs look to get win number 1 on the season before next week when they host Massac County.
4:39 left to go in the 3rd. 28-13 the score, 2nd and 18. Rams trying to defend here against the Crusaders after the penalty. Another inside handoff. Looks like it might be Bester who gets the carry, and he bests his way to the original line of scrimmage to about midfield. Gain of roughly 8. It'll bring up 3rd and 10 now for the Crusaders with 4:17 to play in the 3rd. Right to left goes Althoff in case you missed the introductions. They're in their away whites with Navy numerics trimmed in gold helmets. Navy pants for these Althoff Crusaders. They are 2-1 coming in, looking for 3-1, and looking for a date with the Centralia Orphans, who are having a pretty good showing down at Carbondale tonight.
That'll be an interesting game. Here comes a Crusader on the field. They only had 10 guys. Now make that 11. That is a problem.
That is. It's Augustine out of the shotgun looking to float one downfield, and that'll be picked off. The hyphen. Miller Gray comes up with it. He's at the 40 between the hashes. Gets a man in his way at midfield. Now trying to break to the outside. He's at the 45, brought down from behind at the 44, and ran into his own man. Might have cost him some yards, but the hyphen runs one back to Althoff territory, and the Rams force a big turnover.
Well, it is another turnover. That ball floated on Augustine that time and too high, and when it floats like that, it allows the secondary to get back in spots, and that's what happened. It was a turnover, and Mount Vernon another opportunity to try to get back into this one on the short field this time.
We'll see what they are able to do here. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Rams. The ball in the Althoff 43, spotted on the far hash. Left to right, go the Vernoy. Split to the right side, it'll be Xavier Tyus. Backs will be loaded up to the right. Fullback this time is going to be Drew Hester, the junior. Not an inside handoff. Faking the handoff. A little bit of play action here for Reeves. Rolling to the near side, and this is going to be a long run for nothing.
Yeah, about 2 yards.
Maybe a gain of 1.
Ran 40 for 2. And now, Mount Vernon, with their run offense, you only have 3:25 left here. Of course, a whole fourth quarter. You would like to see Mount Vernon punch this thing in before the end of the third quarter to have a one-score opportunity or deficit, as the case may be, as they head into the fourth.
For the Rams, will be 2nd and 10 from the 43 inside the near hash. Sweep to the left side from Miller Gray. He's going to cut back, and he'll find some running room. First down, he's at the 30-25, being pulled down at about the 20. He'll get ahead to about the 18. 25-yard gain for Miller Gray on the gap. I can't even go there now. 3:14 left in the third, but a big gain for the Hyphen.
22 more yards for the Hyphen. Another Rams first down. As I said, their stats are lining up. The Rams are starting to pad together a good look. The problem is they got to get some points to go along with it. That's a big run. Again, get a score before the end of this quarter and then take your chances.
I think you feel a lot better at that point. One great play from DeMontez Miller Gray. Make your own good play when you open a Community First Bank free high-yield checking account that earns cash back. Community First Bank, home of the one account. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender, as Reeves, I believe, kept it himself that time. Not much happened there on a short gain, if that. The ball was on the try, make that the Althoff 18-yard line. With 2:45 left to go in the third quarter. So a 3-yard gain moves it to the 15, 2nd and 7 for the Mount Vernon Rams here, who will travel to Marion next week. Althoff will go to Centralia. Carbondale heads to Cahokia. So 2:26 left in the third. Reeves, the quarterback, under center. Waith is going to be split to the right. Quick pitch coming left side. Miller Gray finds another seam, makes it himself as he dances with a first down. Gain of about 5 or 6. It'll bring up 3rd and short for the Rams with 2:10 left to play. Trailing 28-13, but threatening as they're in the red zone.
Heiner early, Miller Gray late. That's what's been happening here, and right now it is Mount Vernon starting to move the football again. I said get in before the end of this quarter to have your chances, and I think that's what they're lining up to do here at the end of this quarter.
Well, under center is Reeves. Split wide to the right is going to be Waith, and this is going to be, I believe, a dial of number 9 for a first down on 3rd and 1.
Little quarterback keeper forward.
Inside handoff, I'm sorry.
If you're familiar with the Air Force and Georgia Tech offense, you can get an idea of what Mount Vernon runs.
My apologies. Inside handoff to Andrew Heiner for the first down. It'll be 1st and goal from the 5 with 1:42 left in this third quarter. Rams down 15. Trying to look at the scoreboard on my monitor. Just look at the one to my left. It's much bigger.
Okay. It's all right.
And it's not folded down to where I can't see it. It's half the battle, you know?
Well, it's kind of hard to look at that computer screen. You got it folded down like an acute angle.
Trying to decide if I want to do the screen or the field. I have 2 options here. 1:23 left. Rams have a 1st and goal. Reeves is under center. Waith is split to the right. Reeves this time will dial his own number. And he'll be shy of a touchdown, shy of the goal line on 1st and goal. Looks going to be 2nd and goal for the Rams. Equip your employee team in style. Check out Winning Edge for your team's uniforms, in addition to fan apparel. Find Winning Edge downtown Mount Vernon at 212 South 9th and on the web at winningedgeusa.com. Maybe the new high school will have some pest killers. I don't know. Get out of here.
Getting one after you?
Yeah, one flew to my eye and it hurt.
That hurt.
You know how that goes.
Yes.
You know what they say, 2nd and goal from the 3.
Really curious.
43 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Little Tony Bruno sound clip there.
Oh, yes. I forgot. Sorry.
Loaded up on the left side. This will be Reeves. Pitching to Miller Gray. He might have found a way to get into the end zone. Did he break the plane as he lunges forward? I think he's short. It'll break 3rd and goal from about the 1.5.
He ran into a wall of gold helmets. I know that. They shut that down quickly.
He was waiting for something to develop, and he got developed. With 14 seconds left. 3rd and goal for the Rams. We're in the third quarter, 28-13 Althoff. And will the Rams be able to get a playoff before this quarter ends? You find, from a psychological standpoint, feel better if you do. 2 seconds left, and they're not going to rush anything here, and that's how your third quarter is going to end. They'll flip sides of the field, and the Rams will have it 3rd and goal from the 1. 28-13 Althoff on top. We'll take a break, come back with fourth quarter action. This is Rams football powered by Community First Bank.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new one account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, Why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
HealthMart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies, and the pharmacists at Bird Watson Drug know there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. I'm Melinda Breeze, and flu season is just around the corner. Feel confident knowing that you and your family are well protected. I invite you to stop by our store for this year's flu shot. Your flu shot can be easily billed to your insurance or purchased by cash or credit card. Come into 12th and Main or 34th and Broadway and get the care you deserve. Bird Watson Drug, caring for you and about you.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Football, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
Welcome back, WMIX, WMIXSports.com. Glad to have you with us, AM 940, WMIXSports.com, as we start to head toward the 9 o'clock hour. Here from J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium, South 7 Conference opener sees the Mount Vernon Rams threatening, though trailing the Althoff Crusaders. It's 28-13, Althoff on top. It's a 3rd and 1 for the Rams. Make that 3rd and goal from the 1 for the Rams, as they try to make this a 1-possession game. But to do that, they're going to have to get the point after or a 2-point conversion. Split to the right side, Waith on the left. It'll be Xavier Tyus. Reeves, the quarterback, is under center. Wing back left will be Hester. Looks like Miller Gray and Andrew Heiner the backs as well. And this is going to be Miller Gray getting the carry. Sweep left. It's a touchdown. Unscathed into the left corner, and that makes it 28-19. The question remains, will the Rams go for the PAT or will they go for 2?
Well, I'm just happy to see the Rams score just after the end of the quarter. Snuck it in there on me. And again, another touchdown after a turnover. Goes to a team here tonight. Taking advantage of turnovers. These two teams are pros at it right now.
And they will go for the extra point on the PAT. It'll be Dalton McGowan to kick. Trailing 28-19. Looking to turn it into a 1-possession game. If he can get the kick off, he does. The hold was down. It was a tough hold, but Millwood was able to make it happen, and the Rams get the point after. 1-possession game as they trail 28-20 with 11:56 to go in the 4th. If you're tired of big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home at Dix, Ina, Woodlawn, and Mount Vernon. Welcome back to personal banking. Member Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation.
Chester now up 28-18 in the 3rd. That's a surprise. Edward Eldorado leads Fulton County, Kentucky, 36-0 at the half. Murphy now over Massac, 51-13, as the Red Devils start to make some room.
Scoreboard updates all season long are presented by Bird Watson Drug. They're celebrating 40 years of serving you. On Saturday, October the 4th, a celebration at 12th and Main at their location there. They'll have food, Dippin' Dots, bounce houses, face painting, games, raffles, fun, of course, fun, and more. It's from 10 to 2 at Bird Watson Drug, 12th and Main, King City. Saturday, October the 4th, as they celebrate the Big 4-0.
Have you heard me say this once? Huge. Huge now for the Rams.
Yeah. Oh, okay. They're talking about that 40th anniversary celebration.
No, I'm talking about time for the Rams to play here. Make another stop.
See what they can do, as Althoff will have Young and Bester back to return. 11:56 to play in the 4th, 28-20. Rams cut it to a possession. They get the PAT from Dalton McGowan on the Miller Gray touchdown run. So, can't say I've seen this one in a while. Offsides.
I have never seen offsides on the return team. That's the 9th penalty on Althoff tonight. I've never seen a return team on a kickoff get called for offsides until tonight. That is a first.
We've lived it. We've loved it. Right now, Althoff get pushed back. Rams will come up 5. And
there you go.
Here we go. From the 45 is where the kickoff will ensue. Right to left go the Rams here in the 4th quarter. Left to right will go the Crusaders, who will have the football, perhaps, barring a turnover.
Taylorville over Salem, 27-0 in the 3rd. Playoff points keep racking up for Mount Vernon.
Yes, sir. Kickoff's a squibber on the ground toward the right sideline. It'll magically stay in bounds. Picked up at about the 20-yard line. Tripped up on the far side. That was a good stop there. by, I thought that was the Montez Miller-Gray who got a hand on it. Or he was in the neighborhood, I should say. That might have been Michael Johnson. 11:54 to go, still in the fourth quarter, 28-20. Orphans' lead is cut to 3 on a Carbondale touchdown in the fourth quarter, interestingly enough.
Yep.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Althoff. With 11:54 to play here in the fourth quarter. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. It's Hunter Schrader back at the Mount Vernon studio, and it's a whole heap and helping of Althoff receivers with a single back shotgun set. It's going to be Malik easily on the handoff. He's going to come to the near side at the 30. Oh, almost escaped a couple. There's Gage Burrows to help bring him down. He made the initial contact. He had a nice assist on the play by Sam Arcuri. And just like that, the Rams come up with a big tackle.
Could have been caught in the backfield, but a good play blown by Mount Vernon to pursue.
One team tonight will be tied atop the conference with 2 more, as half will go to 1-0 and half will go to 0-1. Right now, the Rams trailing by 8, 28-20 with 11:16 to play. Out of the pistol now for the Crusaders. Split left and right, one in the left slot, looking for the quick connect pass, and that one's going to be tipped. It was almost into the hands of a Ram defender, but a great tip there, I thought, by Waite. It was intended for Isaiah Williams, and now it'll be 3rd and 6.
Augustine, right now, 0 for his last 3. Pick, incomplete. And that ball there kind of looked like he threw the wrong receiver. That guy who handled the ball looked like he was going to go up and then run an in route to the middle of the field, and on his cut, he stuck his hand up like, what is that coming at me?
Rams hoping for a fourth quarter like a year ago. Montez Miller-Gray rattled off 3 touchdowns and over 100 yards in a win at Lindenwood last year. Let's see what they can do here in 2014. 3rd and 6 for the Crusaders. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Out of the shotgun, Augustine. He's going to look, and he's going to have a wide receiver who is knocked down and flattened by Brighton Bowers, but can't do that.
That is a penalty. He impeded the route of the receiver. I mean, it was blatant. You saw it. I saw it. Everybody saw it. That is a penalty in high school football, college, and the pros, even probably junior football. When a receiver's coming toward a ball and you knock him to the ground before it gets there, it'll work out as a first down, automatic. Actually, not automatic. And it'll be 15 yards.
So it'll be 11:05 to go in the fourth, and that'll move the chains undoubtedly. This will be 1st and 10 for the Crusaders after the penalty. You love the effort, you love the intensity, but it's just something you cannot do. And I know fans may be upset about the flag, but not much you can do. Red Lake College powers their video streaming. They can save you thousands on your collegiate education. See how and apply online at rlc.edu. Red Lake College, your journey starts here. And this was a journey for Augustine. He feigned a handoff to Easley on a sweep to the right, and Brighton Bowers makes up for the penalty with a sack. And it'll be 2nd and long for Althoff with 10:52 to go in the fourth.
He's not been very successful running the football tonight, and Mount Vernon's using that spy. Every time he gets it and takes off, looks with it, that's when Mount Vernon sends their spy after him, and that he's not been able to run. He's been sacked tonight 5 times. He has negative yardage rushing the football right now for Althoff from the quarterback position.
10:32 left to go in the fourth. Ball on the near hash for the Crusaders on their own 43. It's 2nd and 13. Was the eye. Now it'll be single back, and it'll be a pitch to the left side for Bastard. He's going to find some running room as he gets to the initial line of scrimmage to midfield now. Left side, left of the hash. And it is going to be just shy of midfield. Not a favorable spot, so it's a gain of 6. It'll be 3rd and 7 for the Crusaders. We'll drop below the 10-minute mark to go here in regulation. Still a one-possession game, 28-20. The Belleville Catholics on top.
Yeah. Orphans now up 25-16. That game's gotten close down the stretch.
Seeing the pistol here tonight, barring any changes to the Orphans' offensive plan. We'll see the pistol quite a bit in Week 8. On Pink Out Night, get your WMIX Sports Rally towels along with Winning Edge. Pink Out T-shirts and even buy a jersey. More on that as you listen to WMIX. Out of the eye now, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Looking for a quick pass. Complete to Keenan Young, and this will be a reception plus as he was completed about the 40 near hash. Dives forward. There's an injured Ram on the field. Dives forward to about the 37. And that will be a nice little gain to move the chains for 1st and 10 into Althoff, make that Mount Vernon territory.
Young's ability to catch in traffic with several Rams around him Unbelievable catch by Young to concentrate and bring that thing down.
As Hester will limp off of the field for the Rams with a 1st and 10 scenario for Althoff. And, of course, you see the limp and concern yourself with the foot injury from a year ago and hope that he'll be okay. We don't speculate on health, so hopefully he's all right. 1st and 10 now for the Crusaders. Again, 9:26 remains here in regulation. 28-20 the score. Althoff on top, looking to threaten, looking to add some more out of the eye. 2 to the right. Keenan Young split right. And now this is going to be Silvestri on the carry. Right up the gut, the fullback on the carry. I don't know. It gets past the 30 down to about the 27-28. Maybe shy of a first down. Could be a long 9.
How about that? First carry he gets on a fullback dive, he goes for 9 yards. Wow.
He had a touchdown, I believe, called back against Mater Dei, but does present, I should say, not prevent. He presents a threat in the Althoff backfield.
Williamson County leads scoring tonight, 58 in one game, 68 in the other total in 2 games.
Nice. I set again, and this is going to be a pitch that is fumbled. I thought I saw a flag. Rams will pick it up. They'll have the football. Still on the feet is Brighton Bowers. He's going to try to carry to the outside. He's off to the races. There's a flag on the field. He's at the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, but a flag. We'll see what the flag is and let you know if this is going to be a Ram possibility to tie, as there is a flag laying at about the 30-yard line. Indications early appear to be on Althoff, and we'll see if the Rams get the 6 off of the fumble. And Brighton Bowers, if this stands, I thought it was Brighton Bowers that ran it back.
Way too many people. It's on Althoff. They will bring it up. It is a touchdown, Mount Vernon. The penalty is on Althoff. Holding, decline, touchdown, Rams. Woo! Made a big play. Brighton Bowers just did it.
Brighton Bowers may have cemented himself as the Tony Wilt State Farm Player of the game. Tony Wilt, glad to help your family with all of their insurance needs. Give his office a call. Find him on the web at TonyWilt.com or look for the white State Farm Jeep around town. I heard Scott Gamber, so I said Player of the game. Doesn't work out that way.
65 yards or so?
Yes, sir. Number 99 comes up for 6.
Well, this game has turned on a proverbial dime.
Feels
and
like
Mount Vernon will go for 2.
Might as well go for the tie here. 8:31 left to go in regulation. Reeves, the quarterback, under center. Couple of wing backs and a fullback. Tyus is going to be split to the left. It'll be Drew Hester trying to pound his way in, still maintaining position, runs into a wall of Crusaders, and it's going to be all for naught. So they dial up Hester, who just limped off the field a moment ago, and when they saw him get the carry, I think Althoff smelled the blood in the water and knew that he wasn't going to get in, and so that wall was able to stop the Rams. And now they trail by 2, 28-26 in the fourth with 8:31 left to go.
Yeah, Althoff bundled up, saw him get the football, and exactly like you said, they kind of smelled blood in the water, and that little fumble there goes for a long way back the other way. It's a 2-point game. 2-point game as we head into money time.
You can find your previous Tony Wilt State Farm Rams of the game at WMIXsports.com. Who's going to be the headshot tonight? Could be Brighton Bowers.
Cahokia leads Marion on the road 40-28. Oh, a friend of ours flies into the booth. Bowers goes about 65 yards on that return fumble for a touchdown.
Makes things a whole heap and
I'm going to tell you right now,
not interesting.
If you're a college football coach and you see that on film, you got to look at Brighton Bowers and go, some skill there, some speed and strength for a kid in his junior year.
No doubt about that. Her highlight reel worthy is Brighton Bowers. And, yeah.
I mean, think about it. I mean, he just marched down the road rather quickly there.
No doubt about that. Is this going to be a kickoff? Looked like that was Young. Going to wedge himself up the middle to about the 30. And he is brought down by Darius Johnson. And that on the return, I'm sorry, is actually Bester. Jalen Bester, the 5'8 sophomore. Similar running styles from the two backs and returners. 8:23 left to go in the fourth. Althoff will have it 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line. Ball spotted between the hashes. And things have turned interesting here on the field at J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of high school sports here on WMIX with 5 Jeffco branches and responsive quality service for all of your accounts. Community First Bank would like to be the first to say, welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC. That's Jefferson County. Hello.
Remember my bet I told you of a certain game?
Yeah.
I was 4 minutes off.
Not bad.
No.
This is going to be a handoff to Leakey Easley. Off tackle to the left. Nice little run there. Able to follow the blocker, and he'll get about 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 5. 8:13 left. The clock will roll here in the fourth quarter. Rams trail by 2, 28-26. Turnovers have been the difference here.
Centralia now leads 32-16. Heron has finally, mercifully, beat Benton 65-7. In fact, right before half, they went into the victory formation for the final 2 minutes of that half.
There's now another handoff Althoff, sniffed out by Sam Arcuri and Andrew Heiner. And so that was stuffed to bring up 4th down. Maybe a slight loss in the play.
I'll explain later.
Yeah, because I don't.
Yeah, the exuberance could draw a penalty this day and age. Yeah, that could be shut down pretty quickly.
I'm sorry, I had
that was a point. That was a point of emphasis. So anyway, moving on.
Had the wrong down. It's 3rd and 3. 7:19 to play in the fourth. 28-26 Althoff. Ball on their own 38. Rolling to the pass to the near side. It's going to be complete to Keenan Young, and now in on the play. This could bounce around for not a whole lot, as Young is going to be brought down at about the 40. About the 40, so maybe a short gain, but it'll bring up 4th down for the Crusaders this time. Be 4th and 2 for Althoff. 28-26 Crusaders on top.
That was a bubble screen that did not go anywhere. Mount Vernon did a great job. Keenan Young came in the game. Now get this. He has 14 catches for 134 yards. Tonight he has 4 catches for 37 yards. Mount Vernon has done the job of containing him, and now Althoff will punt, and Mount Vernon will have the destiny in their own hands to try to sneak out a late win.
Appears to be punting via Jalen Bester, and it's not. It's a direct snap. Obviously, he's going to run, and Brighton Bowers comes up with a big tackle.
Are you kidding me?
Althoff goes for the fake punt. I had a feeling because Bester's the punter, and that drives me crazy because you never know for sure. And they tried that. He tries to run left, and Brighton Bowers probably did just seal his fate as player of the game.
I'm telling you what, there are plays and then there are plays. And Brighton Bowers read that from his spot and took off through the line, made a great chase from behind tackle for loss of yardage, turnover on downs. My, what a play. And Brighton Bowers in the last 2 minutes has thrusted himself into the lead of being the player of the game. But can Mount Vernon score? Somebody else might step up.
Looking for a quick play. 1st and 10 from the 37. Pass downfield, and that is going to be turned into a great defensive play by Xavier Tyus. That one looked to be just slightly overthrown. C.J. Colton in the coverage, but Tyus has to go into cornerback mode there and knock it away, and it'll be 2nd and 10. I like the gutsy play downfield from the 37-yard line on the far hash.
Sometimes all wide receivers become defensive backs. That was the case there. If that wide receiver does not go down and knock that ball down, it's coming back this way in a big way in 6.
6:15 to play in the fourth. It's 28-26. Rams down 2. Left, it'll be Tyus. Split to the right, it'll be Derek Waite. The quarterback, Dylan Reeves, is under center. Ball inside the far hash. Sweep play coming to the near side to Montez. Doesn't have a lot of running room, but he will spin his way past the 35 to about the 34 with forward progress, I'll say. So maybe a gain of about 3 on 2nd down. It'll bring up 3rd and about 7.
Wow.
Video streaming presented by Red Lake College. Log on to rlc.edu to see how you can save thousands.
I just know on the Bowers fumble return, one of the lasting memories will be for me is see 2 Gatorade water bottles go about light pole high as people are celebrating on the Mount Vernon sideline. Hopefully some more water bottles will get tossed here in this fourth quarter.
3rd and 8 now for the Rams. The ball between the hashes of the 35 and Althoff territory. 5:34 left in the fourth. Rams trail by 2. And this is going to be Reeves calling his own number, getting shy of the 30 to about the 32. Maybe a gain of 3 to make it 4th and 5. Not much there.
Gain of 3 will bring up 4th and 5.
Well, there we go. Nail biting time if you have fingernails left.
Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside WMIX Mount Vernon past the top of the 9 o'clock hour. 4th and 5 here for the Rams. Let's see if they can do it. The ball in the Althoff 32. Heiner, Miller Gray, rush your backs. Rush in motion. He will go to the right slot. Reeves, the quarterback, trying to draw the Althoff Crusaders off sides, and the Rams are going to have to burn a timeout here with 4:51 to play in the fourth quarter. Timeouts presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy. I invite you to their community health fair tomorrow morning. That's at the Mount Vernon Holiday Inn, where you can take advantage of low-cost lab work, free continental breakfast, and so much more. Medicine Shop tomorrow, the community health fair. Holiday Inn, Mount Vernon. What a fourth quarter.
Sparta is trying to hang on. Ooh, Mater Dei just up 26-21 over Mount Carmel. That's at the end of the third quarter in Clinton County. Harrisburg extends their lead to 21-6 over West Frankfort, so the Bulldogs looking to break their losing streak. Mount Vernon right now, you hate to say this might be the game, but that might be what you need to say here with 4:51 to go. This might be an opportunity for Mount Vernon to get this. Also, Cahokia leads Marion 40-28 at the end of 3.
Out of the timeout, Rams have it 4th and 5. Ball on the Althoff 32. It's inside the far hash. 4:51 left. Right to left go the Rams here in the fourth quarter. Left, it's Tyus. Right, it's Waith. Same backs in motion, Miller Gray. And it's going to be a double handoff. This will be Jylen Rush. Diving forward. We'll see where they spot the football. It doesn't look to be a good spot.
4-yard spot. Mount Vernon will turn it over on downs.
And it'll be shy of a first down. It'll be a turnover on downs, and it'll be just a stumble a little too early. Rush gave it a good effort, but comes up short.
It gives it short. It comes up a yard short. 4:44 to go. The issue, Mount Vernon has one timeout. 4:44 to go. We'll see Althoff kind of tighten up the formation and try to run this clock down, knowing that Mount Vernon only has one timeout.
And with 4:44 left, Althoff has 2 to work with. 1st and 10 now for the Crusaders from their own 28. Just shy of a first down. Rush on the carry. 28-26, the Rams trail by 2. Althoff. 2 back set out of the pistol, and this is going to be inside handoff to Bester. Brought down for not much as he gets to the 30. Maybe a gain of 2.5, 3. They'll bring up 2nd and 7 with 4:35 left to go.
Your objective for Mount Vernon at this point is you have to stop them on 3 plays, get them the 4th down, call timeout, make them punt, and get the ball back. And then you, as offense, if you get to that point, have to have 2 or 3 plays called in that scenario to save some time as you march it down the field.
Young will be split off to the right side in the slot. Condon. And this is going to be a swept handoff now for Malik Easley. He's going to find running room as he gets to the 40. Finally brought down at about the 45 on a great tackle by Gage Burrows. And it'll be 1st and 10. The clock will stop. It's a chains move. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Althoff 45. The ball will be spotted on the near hash on the 15-yard gain by Malik Easley.
Sparta is going to go to 3-1.
Mount Vernon native Robbie Kirk, the head coach of the Sparta Bulldogs. And tell you what, I don't know if the talent was just there and they just needed the right guy, but all they needed was some patience. And you'd think 3-1 might buy Robbie Kirk a little bit of patience. So good to see him having some success. Hopefully we can talk to him soon. We'll have the Saturday Sports Show tomorrow right here on AM 940 and WMIXsports.com. The quarterback, Augustine, looks to dial his own number. That's 7. Trying to break to the sideline. He's past midfield. Hester and Rush there to greet him at about the 45. It'd be a gain of 10. Spot looks like they're giving him the first down.
Thank you, Jordan Augustine, for running out of bounds and stopping the clock. That was a no-no. He should have got over there, and if he wasn't going to get the first down, what he should have done is got down in bounds and run the clock. I mean, that clock is their favorite. Sparta does hold on to beat Pinckneyville 13-9. The Bulldogs go to 3-1, and Pinckneyville drops to 3-1 as well.
Young split to the right out of the pistol now for the quarterback Augustine from this vantage point, and the handoff's going to be to Easley, and this is going to be sniffed out at about the 48. It'll be a loss of 3 to bring up 2nd and 13 with 3:20 left to go in the fourth quarter. We're in the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by the new and improved Tyler's locations, just west of Interstates 57 and 64 in Mount Vernon. Tyler's Toyota and Tyler's Buick GMC, totally new. Totally Tyler's with 3:06 left. The clock continues to roll here, 2nd and 12.
High-stakes poker here. Got to decide when you're going to call that timeout. And you have to get the 4th down, hopefully.
Young right. Colden on the right slot. 2 backs in the set for Augustine. And this is going to be a handoff coming to the near side for Bester. Arcuri gives chase. And this is going to be a nice tackle by the linebacker. Looks like it's Drew Hester. Or make that Andrew Heiner. Heiner comes up with the tackle. It'll be third down for Althoff with 2:35 left to go in the fourth.
Well, week 1 opponent, week 3 opponent, week 9 opponent for Mount Vernon, all winning. Sparta wins 13-9. JC wins 38-0. The Indians, I believe, are 3-1.
2:15 left to go here in the fourth. Hoping the defense will come up big. Split to the left side, Young. One man in the left slot. Pistol formation for Augustine and the Crusaders. Near hash. This will be a handoff. Looks like that is going to be easily. The Ram wall there to greet him. They'll push him back. Forward progress says to about the 40, maybe for a gain of 2. And it'll be fourth down. That was Strong. My apologies. In as a running back now. One great defensive play. Make your own great play when you open a Community First Bank free high-yield checking account that earns cash back. Just ask for one. Community First Bank, member FDIC. Timeout presented by the Medicine Shop, TMS Mobility and Rehab at 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Dr. Eric Black and his staff proud to support the Mount Vernon Rams for yet another year. So it'll be at the 40. It'll be 4th and 5. 28-26, the Rams down 2. They will have no timeouts after calling this one. The Crusaders still have 2 left, and they just want time to expire, even if one run on the play wasn't indicative of that thought process.
Kokia now leads Marion 40-35 with 9:51 to go. So you take the 72 points in the Benton Heron game and the 75 points in the Marion Kokia game. The point bonanza is on the roll there in Williamson County.
Saturday Sports Show comes your way tomorrow, 8:08 until 10 o'clock, AM 940 and WMIXSports.com. Stay tuned. At the end of this one, we'll have your Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show. Bird Watson Drugs scoreboard update, and Tony Wilt State Farm player of the game, Bester the punter. Also a key running back in this Althoff offense with 1:45 left on 4th and 5. He'll get the kick off. It's going to be a line drive, and that is going to be a good punt to about the 4, maybe the 5.
Well, Mount Vernon's going to have to go 97 yards. Nope, they move it up. 90 yards.
They're going to go to the 10.
Thank you very much.
Nice spot by the official. It'll be 1st and 10, 90 yards to go with 1:40 left. 28-26 to score. Rams trail by 2. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of high school sports here on WMIX. Glad to have them aboard for another year. Your community, your choice, your bank. Tell you more about them. Reeves, the quarterback, will be under center. Ball on the 10, near hash. Rams deep in their own territory. About 1:45 to go. Sweep coming to the near side. It'll be Miller Gray, and he's trying to break a couple tackles, but it might be a loss, if not a no gain. With 1:33 left, Rams have no timeouts.
Yep, they have to hustle. Have to hustle, have to go. Not a lot of time. You're going to have to put the ball in the air. You're going to have multiple plays called. Snap it now. Catch Althoff sleeping.
2nd and 11. Reeves, the quarterback, under center. Split left, Tyus. Split right, Waith. Miller Gray in motion, and this going to be a handoff. Inside handoff will go to Heiner. This kills clock, and with 1:09 left to go, it'll be 3rd down for the Rams inside their own 10.
Options dwindling.
2-point game. Rams have had a decent night, as have the Crusaders. Ball will be on the 14 on the game. 3rd and 6 for the Rams. Reeves looking to pass, and this is going to be a slant pass. It would have been nowhere near the out-of-bounds marker, but it falls incomplete to stop the clock with 45.2 seconds left. It'll bring up 4th and 6 from the Rams' 14.
Mount Vernon's going to have to get Skippy yipping here, you know it?
Ball game here. 4th and 6 from their own 14. The ball will be near hash. 45.2 seconds left. 28-26. Althoff on top. Split to the left. It'll be Tyus. On the right, it'll be Waith. Reeves, the quarterback, will work from under the center. Heiner, Miller Gray, Hester, your backs. 4th and 6. They're going to load up to the Strong's right.
Mount Vernon
may not get a playoff.
5, 3, 2.
And they get a playoff. 4th and 6 is quickly connected to DeMontez Miller Gray, and he's going to be well short of a first down as it was complete near the 20. Make that the 15. And it'll be a turnover on downs, and the Crusaders are going to improve to 3-1. We'll head on the road again next week. The Rams will travel to Marion. 6:30 will be your pregame. 7 o'clock will be your kickoff. Video online at WMIXsports.com. Or listen in on AM 940. And not quite the way you wanted it to go on that drive. And now 37.9 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Althoff takes over on the turnover on downs. And they'll have it 1st and 10 from the Mount Vernon 17. And not going to have to do much here.
Nope. They are in victory formation. And the Crusaders had a battle tonight, but it wasn't enough for Mount Vernon. They were in a battle, and Mount Vernon will come up 2 points short tonight.
False start and a fumble on victory formation.
That's bad. That's one thing about Althoff. They've had 10 penalties tonight in this game.
We'll have your second, make that your Schmidt-Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show coming up in just a moment. We'll talk about all the details of this one. 28-26 is going to be your final, as the Crusaders are 1-0 in the South 7. We'll talk about your Mount Vernon Rams. We'll talk about this matchup in just a moment. We'll preview our Saturday sports show as well, get you a Bird Watson Drug scoreboard, and eventually a Tony Wilt State Farm Player of the Game. We're going to take a break, come back, talk about this one. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports.
The Medicine Shop in Mount Vernon is inviting you to their community health fair. Join us Saturday, September 20th at the Holiday Inn Ballroom and Atrium in Mount Vernon. Not going to meet your deductible? Take advantage of the low-cost lab work that Saturday morning. PSA test only $27. CBC, $10. TSH test, $25. And lipid test, $20. We'll have speakers and seminars discussing many new and exciting topics. Eric Black will talk about hormone replacement therapy. Dr. David Asbury will discuss robotic surgery technology. There's healthy cooking demonstrations beginning at 9 a.m. A free continental breakfast will be served, and free tote bags will be given away to the first 500 guests. Save the date, Saturday, September 20th from 7:30 till 11 a.m. It's the Medicine Shop's Community Health Fair at the Holiday Inn Ballroom and Atrium in Mount Vernon. Call us 618-242-8776 for more information.
Renly College's Adult Volunteer Literacy Program is looking for volunteers to help stop adult illiteracy. Give the gift of reading and be a hero forever. Renly College will provide you with training and materials to help adults develop the basic reading ability needed to excel. You can work one-on-one, tutor a small group, or work with students in an adult education classroom. Experience the joy of helping others and change a life. Call Renly College's Volunteer Partnership toll-free at 800-369-5321, extension 1342.
Hi, Roy Smith, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram dealer at King City Chrysler Center, Mount Vernon. Right now, receive 0% plus $3,000 cash back on all Ram 1500s. You heard right, 0% plus $3,000 cash back. Chrysler wants to possibly lower your payments on Motor Trend's Truck of the Year 2 years back-to-back, running for 2013 and 2014. So they are bringing back 0% financing and big cash back. We have a great selection of crew cabs and quad cab trucks, two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. Hurry in today to King City Chrysler Center, 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, where you can count on us.
Looking for a free checking account that gives you rewards or high interest? Introducing to Seeing at People's National Bank. A Visa check card, e-statements, mobile banking, MoneyPass nationwide ATMs, only $100 to open, and you get to choose between cash and cashback. Stop by People's National Bank, visit peoplesnationalbank.com, or give me a call, Monica Wills, 241-6924, for details and qualifications. People's National Bank, your home for the best rewards checking on the market. Qualifications and rules apply. Member FDIC.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Football from WMIX Sports. The Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show starts now.
Welcome back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com. Rams lose a tough one tonight to the Althoff Crusaders, 28-26 your final. Good evening again. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. This is your Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show, and the Rams fall to 1-3, now 0-1 in the South 7 Conference. And Schmidt Chevrolet, you can, of course, schedule your service appointments online at schmidtchevrolet.com. But DC, a tough one for the Rams.
This is a hard one, and this is one of those that, you know, it was so close yet so far away. And Althoff knows they were in a fight, but Mount Vernon comes up a bit short. Had every opportunity to get some things done and just could not get over that hump. And, you know, you're 1-3 now heading into the final 5 weeks, and you need 4 wins now in 5 weeks against the likes of Marion, Centralia, Cahokia, who's looking good tonight, and Mount Carmel, with Carbondale in there, who's winless and played very well at home against Centralia tonight. It is an uphill climb. It is not impossible, but it's something that Mount Vernon is going to have to battle through and try to get something going well for them. I mean, that's the tough part in this, and unfortunately for the Rams, well played, much better job on many aspects of this football game, but unfortunately for them, they come up short.
We owe you a Bird Watson Drug scoreboard. We owe you a Tony Wilt State Farm Player of the Game. We also owe you a station break. This is your Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac post-game show. Rams football, of course, presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. We'll take a break, come back, get you set with some final scores from around the region, and a State Farm Player of the Game still to come. This is Rams football, presented by Community First Bank.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balance. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
They don't need fancy sales gimmicks or billboards at Second Chance Auto in Mount Vernon because it's their reputation for honesty and fairness that make friends tell friends about them. What other buy here, pay here dealership in the area offers you bank rate financing? Second Chance does. You can save up to thousands on the total cost of your vehicle. Not sure if you qualify? That's easy. A 2-minute call to 244-4582 will get you started. Or stop by Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. You won't be disappointed.
Every other incident, it seems as if someone says, "You'll never believe what happened." Hi, this is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. I assure you, Landers Collision Centers has seen and fixed it all. Whether your toddler got behind the wheel and backed into the trash can, a kid at school thought it would be funny to take off in your son's truck and sideswipe a brick wall, or even if your ex took a major league whack at your truck windows, we can make it go away, and we certainly won't judge. As a direct repair facility for many insurance companies, we take care of just about everything, even getting you into a temporary vehicle and offering free premium detailing for the life of your vehicle. That's the Landers difference. Top to bottom, big or small, Landers fixes them all. Come see us in Mount Vernon and Salem and ask us about free detailing for the life of your vehicle, or call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams football, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show. Rams drop a tough one here at home, 28-26 to the Althoff Crusaders. They improved to 3-1 and 1-0. Rams dropped to 1-3 and 0-1 in the South 7 Conference. With that, we have a Bird Watson Drug scoreboard update, which lends me some credence to tell you that you can join Bird Watson Drug as they celebrate 40 years of serving you. It's a special anniversary celebration at 12th and Main on Saturday, October the 4th. They'll have food, Dippin' Dots, bounce houses, face painting, games, raffles, fun, and more. It's from 10 and 2 at 10 to 2. Not 10 and 2, you're not learning how to drive a car, but it's from 10 to 2 at Bird Watson Drug on 12th and Main. DC has some scores from around the area.
Well, Carterville beats DuQuoin 9-8 in a tight ball game in DuQuoin. At the end of 3, AJ led Nashville at home 28-22. Sparta beats Pinckneyville tonight by a score of 13-9. Heron all over Benton 65-7. Late fourth, Harrisburg was leading Frankfort 21-6. And a final just came in. Murfreesboro beats Massac County 65-20. South 7, of course, Althoff beats Mount Vernon 28-26. Cahokia leads Marion 40-35 in the fourth, and Marion, of course, is driving with the football late. Centralia goes to 4-0, beating Carbondale on the road 39-22. Chester in the fourth on the road at Carmi leads the Bulldogs 34-18. JC beats CZR 38-0 on the road. Late fourth, SVWW leads Hamco 40-15 at the half. El Dorado over Fulton County, Kentucky 36-0. Late fourth, Mater Dei has rattled off 14 points in a row to take the lead over Mount Carmel at home, 40-27. Charleston losing to Effingham 34-0 last report in the third. It was Lawrenceville over Flora 52-0. At the half, Bree Central leads Carlisle 25-0. Triad was leading Civic late 41-21, and the Highland Bulldogs well on their way to a win 25-12 in the fourth quarter over Jerseyville. And Triad beats Civic now 41-29 in an update. Sorry about that.
That's okay. I was distracted by our guy, so it works out.
It works.
It does. That was the Bird Watson Drugs scoreboard on your Schmidt-Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show. Before we take a break and get to your Tony Wilt State Farm Player of the Game, I just think that, yes, it's disappointing to see a loss like that, but I think if you're the Rams, you went up against a team that I think many thought were going to win pretty convincingly. I mean, just from seeing some of the pundits work, but made it close and made it a heck of a game and had some opportunities and just unfortunately couldn't come over the top. But I thought all in all it ended up being a better second half for the Rams.
There's improvement. There is definitely, you can see a change from week 3 to week 4 that this Mount Vernon Rams football team got better. And it's one of those deals where you have to feel Mount Vernon made some steps, but, you come up short. And that's the tough part about this is when you come up short like this, it's hard. It hurts, especially a team that had playoff hopes and aspirations. And I'm not saying it's done and over, but you're 1-3 with you have 5 games left, and you got to win at Marion, at Carbondale, and at Mount Carmel, and home against Centralia, Cahokia. I mean, that's that. The odds are against you. Not saying it can't be done, but the odds are against you right now. And fortunately for Mount Vernon, they're going to have to turn it up and get going and see what happens here.
We'll see what happens over the coming weeks. Well, the Saturday Sports Show tomorrow, we will also have Rams football back again next Friday. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll get you set with your Tony Wilt State Farm Player of the Game. This is your Schmidt-Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show, and this is Rams football from WMIX Sports.
There's no other Toyota dealership like it in the region. It's totally checked out, chic, and totally new.
Tyler Toyota. Like car heaven.
It's totally brand new.
Totally built for you.
Welcome to Tyler Toyota, the best car and truck buying experience in Southern Illinois. Totally. We're celebrating the grand opening. Newly renovated and highly celebrated Tyler Toyota. Totally.
Tyler Toyota.
Hi, this is your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt, and proud supporter of the Mount Vernon Rams. Whether you are a new customer or one that has been loyal to State Farm for years, let me take this opportunity to thank you for your business. If you are not currently with State Farm and are looking for someone you can trust to handle your insurance or financial service needs, let me invite you into our office. You will have a local agent you can work with, backed by the industry leader in State Farm. Find us in the phone book, online, or flag the State Farm Jeep down if you have to. However you find us, we look forward to talking to you soon.
This is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports. The Tony Wilt State Farm Player of the Game is next.
Welcome back, J.D. Schultz Memorial Stadium, your Schmidt-Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show, and I don't think there's much doubt to our Tony Wilt State Farm Player of the Game tonight. I mean, a guy who just had a tremendous effort defensively, and anytime you looked up, I think you saw a 9-9er out there dominating, and I think Brighton Bowers, without a doubt, is our player of the game.
Oh, there's no doubt at all. I mean, it was kind of like a horse race where you have a couple horses out in front to about turn 3, and then all of a sudden this horse comes from behind and just blows past people. And Brighton Bowers made 2 of the best high school football plays I've seen in a long time on the defensive side of the football with his plays, and that got Mount Vernon back stopped the team on downs. They were able to get the football back and score, and I was very impressed with the way that Mount Vernon and Brighton Bowers was able to get themselves back in. He was the key as far as getting it back into the ball game, and he made some very good plays.
Well, you mentioned a horse race. That thoroughbred ran a fumble back for a touchdown and looked incredible doing it, in addition to some big hits and some other big plays. And Brighton Bowers, without a shadow of a doubt, is our State Farm, Tony Wilt State Farm, I should say, player of the game. And he'll be on WMIXsports.com once we get his picture up. That'll be coming before you know it, as will the archive, the audio archive of this broadcast. Had a few tweets and actually emails and whatnot about where's the video archive. And we don't do the video archive for football until the Rams season is over. And by then, we only post those the games where the opponent's seasons are over as well. So not to give anybody a disadvantage, we want to do what we can. So audio always available at WMIXsports.com. Video to follow suit after the season is concluded. That's going to do it for us tonight. Saturday Sports Show tomorrow after the 8 o'clock news right here on AM 940 with audio at WMIXsports.com. Next Mount Vernon broadcast Thursday night. The Lady Rams volleyball team back in action from Shagnon Gym. We'll have that for you. And then on Friday, we head to Williamson County, the Marion Wildcats, the Mount Vernon Rams. 6:30 your pregame. Listen to us on AM 940. Watch us at WMIXsports.com. Stay up to date on all of our social media throughout the week. We'll keep you updated wherever you may be looking for us. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud, YouTube, and more. That does it for us. For Danny Czerwinski, for Avery Barton, for Hunter Schrader, for all of us at WMIX Sports. Thank you for accessing our broadcast tonight. I'm Chris Hugo, reminding you of the final score from Mount Vernon. The Althoff Crusaders 28, the Rams 26. So long from the King City.